Fuck it. We'll start right up. Fuck it. We'll start right up. We got a lot to talk about anyway. First off, yes, Seha got banned. And I'd like to read you a little bit of the comment why. And if anybody has a fucking problem with it, you can fucking join him or her, whoever the fuck it is. At my girlfriend, at Midas Mel, one of the fucking mods in here. I don't know if Brian fucks dogs. How is anything in chat personal? I'm getting a timeout, aren't I? Really? Okay. No more fun in Boston, Brian. Eat a dick, bitch. So anybody who thinks that's okay can fucking join them. How about that? How about fucking that? You want to stop me off like that? We'll fucking start off like that. Well, anyways, for you guys who are just joining me for the first time, I'm Boston Brian. This is Blunt Politics. Normally doesn't start off with assholes like that, but that one got under my skin a little bit. So my apologies to you guys. And yes, I am the Republicans' worst fucking nightmare. I am a straight white blue collared plumber who, you know, calls it as I see it. I swear I don't hold my opinions back. And that's exactly the fucking people that the Republicans are afraid of. They're afraid of people, a group of people like me banding together to say that they're fucking racist piece of shit. That's what they're fucking afraid of. No, that's all right. You didn't have to miss much. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. All good. All good. How's everybody in the chat doing? I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you guys. All you nice motherfuckers out there. But we really have so much to talk about today. Unbelievable how much news can transpire in, I don't know, 2 or 3 days since our last show. You'd think you'd be kind of struggling on coming up with news stories, but doesn't really happen like that. So let's see. Let's take a look at just some of the things that we'll be talking about today. Judges declining to block Elon Musk Doge from Labor Department system. So we got kind of like a good and bad theme going on in today's show. Some good things that you like to see, some obviously terrible things that we saw coming and that we told everybody was going to happen if Donald Trump was to be elected. We also have a judge actually doing his job and actually blocking Musk and his team in their access to Treasury Department records. Who knows how much damage is already done? I am not a tech genius. I'm not a tech bro. So I'm going to have to rely on other people to tell me what information and what damage may have already been done. But it's good to see at least some of the judges doing what they're supposed to do, as opposed to the last judge we just saw not doing what he's supposed to do. We'll also be talking about how Trump is reportedly really, really angry that the deportation numbers are not higher. It's funny when you tell everybody there's 20, 30, 40, 70, 100 million fucking illegal aliens in the country when there's really about, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 maybe. They're not really that easy to find. It's funny how that happens. Oh, thank you, Yakov. How are you? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you guys. And how you mods? How are you guys doing? Appreciate you for being here. Thank you for keeping the chat safe. Thank you for the people on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and obviously the people on YouTube joining me. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're sharing this out. Sorry, I didn't mean to start it off with such anger. Anger, I should say. But It just got under my skin, especially from somebody that's been here for so long. Sucks to see, really does. But again, this place is not going to tolerate anything even remotely close to that, especially when it's to somebody so close to me. So I think you guys can all very well placed to anger. Well, I appreciate it, Steph. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm sure you guys can understand. But we also have some videos to take a look at today. Obviously, some clips of Donald Trump. If you guys caught, I think Hal covered the first prayer breakfast speech that he did. I think he did another one either later on in the day or that night. He also gave another ridiculous speech that we'll have to dissect and tear apart, which is, again, what I'm here for, what I do best, and why I've made a name for myself, at least to this point, this far, is calling out the bullshit, fact checking, telling you when he's lying, mocking, ridiculing, that type of stuff is how you really get to dictators, how you get to authoritarians. And I'm here for you. I am really, really here for you. So let's get into the first story that we were just talking about, the judge declining to block. Well, first off, let's say hi to the chat. How you doing, guys? Hi, Amy. Hi, Tom. What up, Big Dog? What up, Nicholas? Nice of it. Appreciate you can join us today, Nick. Nicholas said his schedule changed. Usually he's with the fam today, so I appreciate him being able to join us on this lovely snow-covered Sunday afternoon. We got about, I'd say, 4-ish inches last night. What's up, Flapper? How are you? LeBron, how are you? Mozart, Tanya, thank you for your services. I appreciate it. Spark, how goes it? Lady Bird, how are you? Buttercup Baby, Pariah, what's up, Wes? Let's see. Olga, Michelle, Devon, how are you guys? Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Again, hope you guys are staying sane in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, let's see if we can get into just this. I just want to read a couple of the headlines going on here. Let's see. I'm going to do this one. Yes, this is a U.S. judge declining to block Elon Musk's Doge from Labor Department systems. Federal judge on Friday declined to block Elon Musk's government cost-cutting department from accessing the U.S. Department of Labor systems, an initial setback for the government employees. Employee unions resisting his efforts to shrink the federal bureaucracy. The temporary ruling by U.S. District Judge John Bates in Washington, D.C. is the first step in a lawsuit against the Labor Department by one of the largest U.S. labor unions, which alleges billionaire Musk could obtain sensitive information about investigations into his own companies and competitors by accessing government computer systems. Now, this is a similar theme that we've seen, just like how Elon is now threatening to take down OSHA. Which is responsible for going around and making sure that workplaces are following the correct guidelines, rules, and regulations to keep people and workers safe on the job site. Just so happens that Tesla and Elon's companies make up about 75% of all OSHA violations, right? 75%. Let me see if I can pull up this chart. There was a Tesla. Everything's slow today. I apologize. OSHA. Let's see. Violations. Let's see. That should bring up something. Tesla has been cited for multiple occupational safety and health administration violations, including exposure to hazardous chemicals, unsafe working conditions, and workers' death. Here it is right here. Check this out. Come on now. This right here. Can you see this? Is it big enough? Do I need to click on it? Can I click on it again? Does it make it bigger? Come on. Big enough. Here we go. See, everything's just being slow today. I think my Wi-Fi is yelling at me. So bear with me. Let's see here. Tesla had 3 times as many OSHA violations as the 10 largest U.S. plants combined. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate you, brother. Did you see that? Let's see here. Did you see that the NFL? Come on, computer. Come on. Stick with me. You can do it. Wow. Doesn't want to do what I want it to do. I'm trying to put the comment on the screen, not putting the comment on the screen. Nor can I see it anymore. Nor is anything moving. Oh, boy. I can't with the tech side of this stuff. I really can't. I just really can't. Hold on, let me close this out. It just never fails. Oh, I need a punching bag. Really? There it is. It's starting to come up. There it is. Jesus H. Christ. At Boston Brian, did you see that the NFL is scraping end racism tag at the end of the end zone? So I will be watching it. Is scraping end racism tag at the end of the end zone. So like they're taking it off or they're scraping it in is what you're saying. I'm assuming so since you said you will be watching it. They have put it in there, I'm assuming. Come on, just get. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. The snow gods. The snow is probably hanging on some wire or something in some fucking unknown part of town that's somehow affecting my Wi-Fi. So I do apologize. Doges or stooges. Correct, Dean. Correct. But here, this says this is the chart showing you the amount of OSHA violations from 2014 to 2018. And obviously, you can see that this huge part of the pie here is Tesla, right? And then you got these other companies here that are too small for me to see. I think that says Kia, Mercedes-Benz, Ford, Toyota, and I'm not sure which one that is, but clearly a substantial majority of them by Tesla. So you can almost see why Elon Musk would want to do away with the, with OSHA. Starting to make sense now. Which one do we read? All right, this one. Here, back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. Let's see here. We were right here. Bates ruled that although the courts harbors concerns about defendants' alleged conduct, the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations, the AFL-CIO, had not shown it was harmed by the Labor Department's actions. AFL-CIO President Liz Schuler said in a statement that the decision was a setback but not a defeat, and that the union would provide more evidence to support its claims. A Department of Labor spokesperson did not immediately respond to a request for comment sent late Friday. This goes on to tell you about how Trump has deputized Musk, the world's richest person, blah, blah, blah. We know all of that. But, looks like some federal judges are not stepping up to the plate, but we do have some that are stepping up to the plate. Judge blocks Musk team access to Treasury Department records. Federal judge has blocked Elon Musk Department of Government Efficiency, the Doge bullshit, from accessing the personal financial data of millions of Americans in Treasury Department records, according to court documents. U.S. District Paul A. Engelmeyer issued a preliminary injunction on Saturday to prohibit access, ordering Musk and his team to immediately destroy any copies of records. The move comes after 19 state attorneys general sued the Trump administration after the Doge, a cost-cutting initiative led by Musk, was giving access to records. I don't know why got to put this in, BBC. I don't understand this part right here. I don't. Like, what is sorry, let me scroll up so you can see it. What is the purpose of putting a cost-cutting initiative led by Musk? Almost lends it like an air of legitimacy when they say shit like this, right? Which fucking really ticks me off. They argued access from us, a special government employee and Doge, which is not an official government department, violated federal law. I guess I should have just read one more sentence before calling them out. In a post on X, Musk called the ruling absolutely insane. Quote, how on earth are we supposed to stop fraud and waste of taxpayer money without looking at how money is spent, he wrote. The Democratic State Attorney General sued Trump, the Treasury Department, and the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Friday. Engelmeyer's order issued early on Saturday said that the states would, quote, face irreparable harm without immediate relief. Quote, that is both because of the risk that the new policy presents of disclosure of sensitive and confidential information and the heightened risk that the systems in question will be more vulnerable than before to hacking, end quote. And he is absolutely fucking correct. Absolutely correct. But again, like I said, I'm not a tech bro, but as far as, what information they do have, what information they've already had, what they've done with the information, how well they're going to follow the instructions to destroy said information, that I don't know. I just don't know, right? All I can do is report on what is being reported to me. So hopefully the injunction, the temporary stop here, does its job, gets the in a perfect world, gets the information out of Musk's hands, and they are able to, continue to block his access to these Treasury Department records and any other records for that matter. Any other records for that matter. Every single federal judge should be blocking this guy in any single attempt for him to get into any access or any department, or any bureau or any committee, right? Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Right? We should be resisting at every fucking turn. Every single fucking turn. And there's also a video that I'll play here of, again, like I said, the theme of today's show is kind of like some good things, some bad things, which again is reality, is life. So, I mean, we'll also be looking at, let's see, it's this here. Let me see if I can pull this up without crashing everything here. Let me take this out of the way. And these, anyone that I've looked at already, I'll have to X out. That way I don't overload the system. Yes, just even the freaking, I can't. Yep. Either screen could work. Would be great. That would be fantastic. All right, here we go. Yeah, the Dems are blocked from the Department of Education. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Hey, let me get rid of this too as well. See if I can bring this one over for you guys. Just take a look at this real quick. I'm going to open it. I'm going to bring this over here so I can see it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's working against me. It's working against me. Nope, I want you on this screen. There you go. There you go. And now make it bigger. It's like I don't have a hammer at the house right now. All right, stop. There we go. Can you see it? Here's the question. We can't. No, thanks. Let's see here. Excuse me. 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. I'm gonna make this bigger so you can see me. So I just have to reset at least pretty much everything that I've done so far in the middle of the show. Not a big deal. No big deal. All right, here we go. Back at it like a crack addict. Nope, that one. Thank you. All right, this is the House Dems. I believe it's the Oversight Committee trying to enter the Department of Education building, right? And as I said before, the half good, half bad theme going on in this is it's good to see the fight, right? And I'll play a little bit more, and then I'll get into the problems that I have with this situation.
Who are you? Who are you, sir?
Do you have business here?
Yeah. I have sent the secretary. I've sent the assistant secretary a letter alerting her that we would be here today, and we've asked her for a meeting.
Yeah, I don't know that's been accepted. So until that's accepted,
so what you're looking at again is House Democrats, elected members of Congress, elected by their constituents to represent them in Washington D.C., trying to do their House oversight to make sure everything is running accordingly and the rules are being followed, being stopped entrance to the Department of Education by a single fucking guy, not in uniform, just a single fucking dude, just some dude, random guy, whoever the fuck he is, right? Check this out.
And what do you do here? What do you do here?
Security responsibility.
They're like, what the fuck do you even do here? You're in plain clothes, dude. Get the fuck out of the way. Move. And the guy says he's a security, says some sort of security, right? And then I believe they ask him to provide a badge. He provides some card, I believe. It's not a badge as far as I remember, but we'll let check it out.
Get out of the way.
I love that. I love that. That part I love. Get out of the way, right? Get the stepping. I don't know who the fuck you are, dude, or who you think you're fucking representing, but we are elected members of Congress trying to do our, duly assigned role in this government, by representing our constituents, right? These people on like Maxwell Frost here, you can see Maxwell Frost, right? They're not there as singular entities, right? They're not there for Maxwell Frost. They're not there for the other singular House Dems, right? They're there representing us. They're there trying to represent their constituents. So this guy is not only stopping the House Democrats from getting in there, but he's also, disallowing access for the constituents, us, to understand and to gain knowledge of what's actually happening behind those doors, right? A little bit more.
We pay for your job. We pay you.
We're members of
We pay
Congress.
you.
We're not a
We
threat.
are here.
Everybody is accepted.
Members of Congress.
You are.
We
your
haven't heard that from
children-
the secretary.
your
We haven't heard that from
children-
the spokesman.
I'm relaying
Okay,
that.
but
You are not the spokesman for the department. You are a security guard.
Can you
Red light.
gotta
You
get
got-
I already did. We are members of
where's your badge? Where's your badge? You Where's don't your have any ID? identification.
Where's your badge? Where's your badge? Where's your ID, right? You heard
Where's
it.
your ID? Where's your ID?
We are not
It's not good enough.
We are not a threat to security. We're members of Congress and we want to ask a question.
We walk into the White House without having to go through magnetometers.
Can we get someone?
This is
from
not.
the
This is
Clearly, it's a push and shove situation, as you can tell by the camera, by the camera work here. I apologize to anybody getting dizzy.
an outrage. This is an
I'd
outrage.
to speak with someone who works here.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna beat us up if we go in?
I mean, you're gonna,
You're gonna beat us up if we go in, like that's all right. So that's the attitude, right? So there's a lot of good things that I like about this. A lot of good things that I like. The fact that they're even there, right? The fact that they're even showing up to this place, demanding access, good, great work, great work. The fact that they're being forceful here, great, perfect, well done, right? But it doesn't go far enough, in my opinion. This does not go far enough. I would either have myself or the security that is with me remove this man physically from the entrance of this fucking door, this single fucking bald white dude. Get him the fuck out. Mr. Security Guard, please. This man right here is impeding an elected official from doing their work. Can you please remove him from this fucking door? Or I would remove him myself and gain entry. What's the worst that's going to happen, right? Maybe you get arrested. Maybe you get arrested for trespassing. Is that, guess what? You're an elected member of Congress. You're probably not going to do much time. I guarantee you're out in about fucking 45 minutes, right? So not only that, but it would bring more publicity to the actions. It would give yourself a boost in publicity. It would bring more attention to what's happening at the Department of Treasury. Like, we're not going far enough. Good trouble. Exactly, fucking Bob. Exactly. Exactly. And it's right behind me too. It's right behind me. If you don't think, where is it? There you go. What's that say? Get in good trouble. So let's live by these fucking monikers that we like. This is like half good trouble, right? Like, I'm not asking for the older people in this crowd to do anything, but if I was Maxwell Frost, and I love Maxwell, and I'm not critiquing him because he's probably not that type, right? We all have different personalities, and I'm not knocking him for that. But I'm just saying, if I was standing where Maxwell Frost is standing right now, I would say, "Excuse me, sir, get the fuck out of the way," with a nice little fucking cross check that probably would have got me 2 minutes in my hockey leagues, right? But I think it's fucking worth it for what's happening. I think it's fucking worth it in this situation to draw a little attention, to cause a little fucking chaos, cause a little good fucking trouble, right? Again, you're a member of Congress, trespassing, not going to fucking be a big deal. If anything, the boost in the notoriety that you get would fucking completely outweigh any of the negatives that would come from, say, if you were to be arrested. But I guarantee you'd even get the grace of the fucking security there and be escorted out, right? Which, again, would bring more fucking attention to it. More cameras. Cameras love that shit. That's what we need. That's what we need. So half a good job from the Democrats. I'm not knocking them. Not knocking them, right? Not knocking them, just critiquing how this could have been a little more helpful. That's all. How this good action that they're taking could have been a little more beneficial, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yes, Maxine Waters is a badass. You can hear that's who you can hear in the background saying, "Get the fuck out of the way. Show me your badge. Who are you? Who the fuck do you think you are? That's how you can hear in the background. All right, a little more of this. I don't want to take up too much time because we got a lot to get into.
No.
We want you to move out of the way.
I'm not steamrolling you.
Get out of the way.
This says all
We're
access
concerned that we
Stand
can't run.
aside, sir.
We're
This
members
says
of
all
Congress.
access evidence.
Please stand aside, sir.
I'm not standing aside.
Why not?
Because my role is to make sure that.
What authority do you have to block members of Congress from the oversight? We don't have oversight responsibilities. By what authority can you deny members of Congress their oversight role?
You don't have a business reason to be here.
You do not have authority, sir.
But again, why, like, to go to this much trouble and then to be stood up by a single dude seems like a little feckless. I'm not going to lie, right? Again, not trying to knock. Just seems a little feckless to stand there yelling at the guy. More action, right? More determination. More realization of how dangerous Elon Musk and his Doge fucking virgin team can be to us by gaining access to all these different fucking federal governments. Federal agencies. Excuse me. Like just a little more. Like was so fucking close to being there, to having the right. Yeah, whatever it takes, pepper spray. I don't like at this point. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And I'm sorry if that's not politically correct. I don't give a fuck at this point. I don't care. There's too many lives on the line. There's too much at risk, right? This is not a fucking time to be playing fucking patty cake. Okay? This is not a time to sit and just scream into the void and let one guy stop an entire group of people with the authority, with cameras, with microphones, right? Move him out of the fucking way and get in the building. That's what I'm saying, right? Maybe that's why I'm not a politician. Maybe that's why I'm sitting behind a fucking camera saying it. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know. But in my head, in my actions, what I would do is move that bald motherfucker out of the way and see what the hell is going on behind those doors. That's just me.
You do not have authority.
Access entrance.
There is no authority for you to deny members of Congress their oversight responsibility.
We're the
If you have an
appropriate.
appointment and you're on a guest list, we will let you in.
A guest list? You prick. You ignorant, arrogant prick. Right? And it's, and nothing against bald people, but it is funny that he's a skinhead, right? Just so happens the guy, defending and securing Elon Musk's Doge is a skinhead, just an observation. Just thought I'd point that out. Who just sent, thank you, Jen. Getting rid of USAID amounts to 1 day of borrowing U.S. debt. That's not how much it contributes to the deficit. 1 day, not a significant factor in cutting debt. Elon was being investigated by them. That's why he asked him. Again, perfect. You're spot on, Jen. You're spot on. And again, like I said, with the Tesla and the OSHA, right? Same theme. Same fucking theme. Being investigated by OSHA for, like I said, 10 times the amount of OSHA violations as the next fucking so many biggest companies, right? So many investigations in there, and then he's trying to go after them. Same theme with the USAID, right? We need yes. And again, I would just like everybody that's watching the show, I really do appreciate you guys, the 500 people watching. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're on our way to 15,000, right? We're taking it slowly with real people, real viewers, with real emotions, real opinions. And again, feel free to drop them in the chat respectfully. And I'll honestly answer and get to any super chat, super thanks. I will recognize your membership goals, how long you've been a member, pops up, gives you a little free message every time you reach your monthly, your monthly goal there. You can become a channel member by clicking the join button just below me for $1.99 a month. You can go to patreon.com/BostonBrian for as little as $5 a month and help the channel that way. That way, if one or two or maybe all of these platforms, who knows what's coming in the future, were to change their algorithm in a certain way to, give advantage to the right, we still have a place where you guys can contribute and I can still get in touch with you guys. But yes, people like Major Ojeda. We should be watching people like Hal Sparks. You should be watching Basically the family, the community that we have built in this little subsection of the political sphere, right? Johnny and Hal are great on Saturdays. Philip Ittner with his On the Edge podcast that he does. He's in Kyiv, live from Kyiv. So I don't know how you could get better insights on what's happening in Ukraine, except for obviously a Ukrainian citizen that's been there for longer than Phil. But other than that, he gives an incredible perspective on what's happening in Ukraine. He has incredible guests on there with incredible insight. We should be watching him. And again, Major Ojeda has his live stream nightly at 8:30. Midas Touch, they're almost at 4 million subscribers, which is huge. Great to see that we have somebody again on our side of the aisle, really kicking ass as far as media views are concerned and eyeballs getting on what's happening, right? So that's good to see. And I'm sure there's a ton of other people, Tony Michaels, Pondering Politics, Josiah, the Vanguard. There's so many great people. Let's see, Lance from the Surfs. Just make sure there's a lot out there. And I'm, again, still learning myself, still meeting new people in this space myself that I didn't even know were in here, right? So make sure you're sharing the wealth, spread it around. All right, so 1:30. We're gonna have to get into it, and I do apologize. I really, really do. I don't mean to start you off this way, but oh yeah, should I talk about this before we get into just a couple minutes on this? It's strange to see that we've had so many of these recently. Another plane crash. This time it was in Alaska, commuter plane. Here's what we know about a commuter plane crash in Alaska that killed 10 people. Terrible. Juneau, Alaska, authorities are working to recover the wreckage of a plane crash in western Alaska that killed 10 people while investigators are trying to determine what caused the small commuter aircraft to go down in the icy Bering Sea. The single-engine turboprop plane was traveling from Unalakleet to the hub community of Nome when it disappeared Thursday afternoon. The Bering airplane was found the next day after an extensive search. 9 passengers and the pilot were killed. Condolences to the families of all involved. Terrible situation. And again, I'm not blaming this on Trump's FAA actions that he's taken or the things he said about the FAA. It's just very strange. And I know Alaska is one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous place to fly some of these single-engine turboprop planes in and around the mountains with weather systems that are changing on the dime. So it's strange to see after so long not hearing about, major plane crashes killing several people to having 3, or if this is the 4th, this is either the 3rd or 4th in a short period of time that we've seen that have taken out a substantial amount of people. So, this just goes to show how important it is for the FAA to be run in the proper way, right? To be properly staffed, to have the proper communications, the proper systems, the proper training, and not be run by degenerate idiots who think because they own a fucking 45-year-old 747 with gold-painted toilets, they're all of a sudden an aviation expert, right? So just wanted to a little bit of news. Again, not placing any blame, just again, a little strange, obviously strange to see so many plane crashes in such a short period of time with such, loss of life. So again, condolences to the families and anybody involved in that. We send our love and our prayers to you guys. Let's see, back to this one. All right, so yes, that covers that. I'm only about 4 minutes over for where I want it to be. Not that bad, Bri. I do appreciate it. Make sure you're clicking the like button. Share this out if you're on Blue Sky. It takes 2 seconds. Hop out of the chat right now. All you got to do is hit that share button and then go to Blue Sky. Share it out. That's it. I think it's about 3 steps. Take you 2 seconds. Or if you haven't hit the like button yet, hop out of the chat, hit the like button, hop back into the chat. You're done. Perfect. Helps us with the algorithm. Really, really boosts us. Lets people know that you guys are engaged and involved, and that other people should come here to be engaged and involved also. All right. So now we get to the sad part of the show. Everybody get your NUNT prevention glasses on, please. This is, again, this is an NC-17 rated NC-17 rated remarks at the National Prayer Breakfast. I believe this is the second iteration, the second prayer breakfast speech he makes. I don't know why he made two. I don't understand. I did catch a little bit of Hal's show where he played the first one, and it was completely unhinged. So I'm excited to get into this one and call out the bullshit and laugh directly in his face. All right, let me see if I can share that. No, I don't want to share this tab instead. That's not what I want to do. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to open this in YouTube so it plays better. Oh, skip. Let's see here. Now I'm going to pause this. I do apologize. I do apologize. Share screen. Go with this. I'm gonna go with this. All right. How we doing? Can you see it? We're in business in 3, 2, 1. In business. We are in business. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's call the bullshit out. Let's laugh in his face. And again, get your nut prevention safety glasses on, your OSHA approved neck vagina glass prevention glasses on. And let's see how much of this we can get through, because unfortunately, this isn't the only one.
Good morning. It
Who
is
the
wonderful to
fuck
be
is
with
that?
everyone.
I am Stepford wife number 7. Glad to be here. I will now introduce the best ever guy, the most handsome ever guy, the skinniest ever guy. Right? Come on, Stepford wife. I don't care what you have to say, ma'am. I'm going to skip ahead to when this guy walks out. All right, here we go. Again, just to set the stage here. This is Donald Trump at the National Prayer Breakfast. Okay, right? I think, again, this might be either in the afternoon, later on in the day. I think this is the second time he spoke. But again, just keep in mind for what you think you're about to hear from the most religious president we've ever had, from the most Bible-based, Christian-based, just church-going, Jesus-loving president that we've ever had. Just that's what we're going to hear, right? That's what we should hear, because that's what we've been told. And I'm pretty sure that's what that lady just said. Oh, the guy turning his back on the prez? Is this a little sign here? Is this a little sign I'm seeing? Typically don't turn your back on the president after you shake hands with him. So I don't know if he meant it or not, but good on you, brother, if you did. All right. Enough of the glad hand and get to the podium. Shut up.
Group of people. That's a nice group. Well, we want to bring religion back stronger, bigger, better than ever before.
Good.
Very important, and this is a good start.
Now, just curious, how many of you guys actually believe that? Show of hands in the chat. Who actually believes that he wants to bring religion back? Give me a break. Give me a break. All right, let's hear how he wants to bring religion back. Let's hear this. Let's hear how this is going to go. Oh, for crying out loud, this one.
This is really good. We have to have religion, and it suffered greatly over the last few years, but it's coming back.
Correct. Let's see here. Great question. Should have come off of my lips. Which religion? Whose religion? Which version? Whose God? What God? Right? We talking about just Christianity? Are we talking about, Judaism? Are we talking about, the Muslims? Are we talking about, any other different religions? The many other different religions? The freedom of religion? The separation of church and state? I'm sure he'll get into it, guys. I'm sure he'll get into it. But I do have to play it. That would help. I do have to play it.
It's coming back strong, and I want to thank you, Pastor Paula, who I have known for a long time. She's a fantastic person, and thanks to the thousands of believers here today from all across the country and from all around the world. This is a beautiful tradition. They told me I could do it via Skype. And I said, what are we doing? And they said, the prayer breakfast. I said, I've been there every year. I'm not doing it via Skype. Right?
Now, I'm not going to waste any time going back to see how many years Donald Trump's actually attended this prayer breakfast, but do you guys actually believe that he's been there every single year? Just, again, another one of those things that nobody's going to talk about. Nobody's going to fact check. Again, where are the people that last administration, when he was in his first administration, we had the people talking about how he had to divest his interest from his companies, right? We had the people yelling and screaming about, the number of lies. Are we counting the number of lies this time? Do we have that? Do we have the lie counter going? Do we have the people screaming and yelling about how he has to divest from his fucking companies while he's president? Because I'm not hearing it. I hear that people are saying that he's lying, but as far as people being like, gung ho calling out every single one of his lies and the bullshit, it seems like they're getting tired of it almost, right? Seems like they're getting tired of it. And we've talked about on the show many times, the reporters asking a question, not getting any fucking answer whatsoever to the question they asked in response, and then no follow-up whatsoever, right? So basically, it's just ask a question, let him say whatever the fuck he wants, and then he can go on to the next question, say whatever the fuck he wants. That's not how journalism works. That's not reporting. That is assisting, right? That is blatant capitulation. Fuck me.
Via Skype. I'm going to be there. It's not that far. It's like about 2 minutes down the road. In fact, it was easier to do this than put up a Skype deal. Just destroy the White House, putting up all that stuff. But no, I want.
What? Destroy that laptop that you'd have to fucking set up? That would destroy the White House? Okay, mushy brain. Hold on. I know it takes me forever to get to it, and it's probably lost there by the time I get to it, but I just want to play it. Let's see here. Fuck off. Where is it?
Wrong.
Oh man. Come on. Shut up. All right, sorry. It was on loop. All right, here we go. Enough of this bullshit. Here we go.
I want to be here with you, and I have been here with you. Thank you.
Can I just again thank that microphone for blocking what is the most disgusting sight that you could possibly imagine on a human being. So thank you to that microphone. I appreciate it. It saves me from having to blur his neck.
And I do that despite the fact that they say I can't run again. That's the expression. Sure. Then somebody said, I don't think you can. Oh.
Excuse me? Now, I've had a few people tell me that I'm being hyperbolic in that, there's no way he's going to try to run again, and he can't run again, and it's against the Constitution. And do we really think he fucking gives a shit? Right now, how many times is this? Now, hold on. I want you to see my fucking full fucking face. How many fucking times is this now that he's joked around about, oh, they say I can't run again, right? They fucking say I can't run. It's a thing they say, right? But who actually knows is what he's getting at, right? Is what he really wants to say. I don't think it's hyperbole anymore to say that he is 100% trying to find a way, or at least weaseling his fucking way in there with these little fucking jabs and comments, trying to test the waters to see who's going to fucking call him out on it, to see who's going to push back, how much pushback there is, right? Not much different than what Hitler did, right? He continued to push the fucking envelope. He continued to test the waters until he knew that the allies, that the Western fucking allies were going to be too feckless and didn't want to get involved in a long-term war. They did not. They were going to do everything possible that they could to avert a war and try to appease Hitler, right? And he sensed it. He sensed the blood in the water, and he knew that he could fucking do it. And if this motherfucker senses blood in the water with this fucking situation, right? And doesn't feel any pushback, and somehow his fucking cronies find some fucking backdoor avenue to legally put up the argument that he could, should, and will run again. Sorry, don't think it's hyperbole anymore. Somebody said, "What's up?" Hold on. I always miss the comment. Somebody said, "What's up, Boston Brian?" Well, what's up back? Sorry, I missed who it was, but they seemed really enthusiastic, so I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Terrible with the chat. Sorry. No, I lost it. But yeah, again, you heard it right there. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again from the fucking horse's mouth himself. Here we go.
And I do that despite the fact that they say why do you think he put the emphasis like that? Why do you think the emphasis was on that syllable? I can't run again. That's the expression. Sure. Then somebody said, I don't think you can. Oh. No, I want to be with you regardless. And
No, really. No, like, hey, just kidding. No, I'm only kidding. No, that's just a joke. No, I know I'm at the fucking National Prayer Breakfast as the President of the United States talking about illegally running again. But no, I'm just joking. Is anybody going to call that out? Is anybody going to point that out? And again, this isn't the first time this has happened. This isn't the first little comment he's made about this fucking particular subject. And I know everybody thinks he's going to be dead in fucking 3 days, right? Everybody's hoping that his fucking heart's going to stop. I'm sorry. We know the good die young and the assholes live long. So I'm not fucking resting my hopes on the fact that this guy's not going to make it all 4 years. If you guys want to, you can. If you want to have that false hope that someday he's going to fucking drop dead, maybe he will. But I'm not fucking resting my laurels on the fact that this guy, right? I'm not going to just sit back and say, oh, everything's going to be okay because this guy's going to fucking be dead, right? No. He's alive and kicking and doing some fucking dangerous, brutal shit right now. And every minute that guy's fucking heart is ticking and his fucking lungs are pumping air out of his breath, out of his chest, I'm going to be sitting right here calling it out. So if you can, hit that fucking like button if you haven't. Because I'd like you to fucking join the community of lobsters, of Bryantologists, and the magnificent people in the chat that also feel the same way, that will also continue to be calling out this guy's bullshit. So thank you to everybody that's here. I appreciate you guys contributing. I appreciate you guys buying the merch. To everybody that's got the merch lately, and Trucker John, thank you so much for repping the Blunt Politics merch on your stream. Fucking love it, dude. I appreciate it. Shout out to you. But yeah, guy, I mean, he's saying it. I'm not saying it. He's saying it. I'm not making this stuff up.
And it's something I've enjoyed. I've actually met some very nice Democrats here. It's true. I have. But this is a beautiful tradition that started with President Eisenhower in 1953, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. After 4 long years, really, they were very long.
Long. This must be later in the day. He seems a little more lethargic.
Dark years, in my opinion. It's great to be back at the prayer breakfast, and I hope you all agree it's nice to once again have a president that shows up to the prayer breakfast.
Right. Doesn't go to church, right? Doesn't give a fuck about church. Doesn't actually attend services every Sunday like Biden and Jill did, right? But will attend this fucking upscale affair with publicity. Won't actually do the work that it takes to be a Christian, right? Won't actually learn the values and the principles, and won't actually read the Bible in the teachings of Jesus. Won't do any of that shit. But he'll fucking stand at the podium in front of these cameras and lights, and he'll get the fucking publicity. He'll go to this shit. That's what really makes you a Christian. Not the other shit. It's not going to church. You know, it's not praying. It's not living your life to the standards in which you believe your religion teaches you to live, right? To, again, give the shirt off your back if somebody's fucking cold, give them shelter, water if they're thirsty, that type of shit. Doesn't really, I don't think that really explains or depicts. It's not an accurate depiction of fucking Donald Trump to say any of those things, right? He'd fucking most likely steal the water out of your hand, steal your last little bit of food, steal the fucking clothes off your back, and fucking boot you out in the street.
And that agrees to be interviewed for the Super Bowl. I'm doing that too. They haven't done it in so long, they forgot about it. They said, oh, but they hadn't done it in years. But I said, this morning they went.
Because that's what's important, right? National prayer breakfast. What's going on in Gaza after his fucking remarks, the raging war, the brutal invasion that Russia has perpetrated on Ukraine still going on. Fucking American citizens and U.S. veterans being deported or rounded up in fucking Donald Trump's deportations that he's apparently pissed off about because not enough people are being deported. All that shit going on. But what he's talking about at the National fucking Prayer Breakfast is the Super Bowl fucking interview he's going to do. That's what's important to him.
To know, and I said, yeah, why not? What the hell? The way I look at it, they ask you a question and you give them an answer. It's not that hard.
No, they ask you a question and you lie your fucking ass off in return. Not that hard.
But they didn't show up for years, so they were almost shocked when I said, yeah, I'll do it. Why not? But I want to thank our great newly confirmed Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum, who's fantastic, by the way, for being here this morning. I don't know is he around? Where is he?
He's in the front row right next to your fucking vice president.
Where is he? With the lights, I can't. There you are. You are.
Yeah, no, yeah. Everybody else can see him, but you.
Handsome devil.
No, he's not. I don't know. That's weird to say, right? Slightly homoerotic. Loves doing this. I don't know what that says about the guy. Every time he brings up somebody, he loves to comment on their looks.
He's a good-looking guy. He's got an even better-looking wife. I can tell you that.
What? I'm not sure. Not sure if I would accept that if I was Doug Burgum. What do you mean, you fucking horny little prick? Ever since Jeffrey Epstein's death, he just can't find that outlet to get his fucking rocks off anymore. So he just continuously makes remarks about other people's wives and looks. Strange shit, right? Your wife, even one more time. Give me that again.
He's a good-looking guy. He's got an even better-looking wife. I can tell you that.
Like, if that was said at a bar, right? If you were with your fucking wife at a bar and some dude was like coming up and you'd be like, "What the fuck, dude? Excuse you? Like, fuck, what's wrong with you?"
But I want to thank you and Catherine you've been fantastic. I knew immediately, he was running in a group of people, and I spotted him immediately. I said, that guy's a winner.
Yeah, he was doing a marathon. Doug was running a marathon. Trump just happened to be on the sidelines and said, that guy right there, number 242, that guy there with the curly hair looks like fucking, I don't know. What's that actor's name? Fuck, I knew I was going to forget his name. I had a good one, but I lost it. My apologies.
He didn't get the gravitas, because to get gravitas, you have to be controversial and, in many cases, a horrible human being.
Now, okay, so a little insight into the mind of Donald Trump there, right? You have to be let's hear it again one more time. In order to have gravitas, you have to be a horrible person, right? Let's one more time.
He didn't get the gravitas, because to get gravitas, you have to be controversial and, in many cases, a horrible human being.
Controversial and a horrible human being. Man, it's almost like that was rule number one in the playbook of Roy Cohn, right? Donald Trump's mentor. It's almost like that was rule number one. In order to get ahead in the world, lie your ass off, be contentious, be controversial, and just be a horrible human being. But just make sure you have enough money to bully people around in the court system, right? So you can string on these lawsuits as long as you want because you have the money to do so, while these other people are struggling to find the money to pay their lawyers and can't afford to string it along, so they end up settling or whatever the fuck, right? Okay, gotcha. Just a little insight.
You get a lot of gravitas that way, and he's a very good human being and very smart. But I said he is really outstanding, and he's going to do a job with Chris Wright. Two of them, it's like a partnership with Interior and Energy. He's going to have more liquid gold coming out of the ground than anybody's ever seen before. We're going to drive the price down, and everything else is going to follow. So he's one of the really important people. He's a very, very, very great gentleman, was a fantastic governor, by the way, and really did do, and sort of learned the oil business as a governor because he made his money, made a lot of money, which I like. I like people that make money because that means they can.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always good to see governors making millions from oil companies, right? That's what we want to see. That's just what we want to see. Our governor doesn't know much about it, doesn't know anything about it, made a shit ton of money from the oil companies while being governor of the state. Just what you want to see. No corruption. Yeah.
Help us. And they always like me to put in really people that have failed. They want, please, sir, he's made too much money and he's become too successful. They want me to hire people that have totally failed to run Department of Energy.
I think what they really said was, sir, that guy's corrupt. Can you hire somebody that hasn't fucking used his position in government to make so much money off of the backs of oil companies who have been continuously for years lying to us, fucking destroying the fucking planet in a way that's fucking almost incalculable, right? But go on, please.
Somebody that lost all his life. I just don't want to do it. I know it sounds nice, but I want to get somebody that was so successful because we got to bring the country back, and him and Chris are going to be unbelievable. I really believe it. But I want to thank you very much, Doug, for what you've gone through. He's gone through a lot too, but he was easily approved because he's an honest person. He gave a statement. They read it. They said, thank you. But as well as our co-chairs, Representatives Ben Klein and Jonathan Jackson. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, fellas. Right.
Guys, that hair is struggling. That hair is fucking struggling. I feel bad for the stylist. I really do. I really do. They've come up with some creative ways to cover the bald spots on this man's head.
Congressman Eric Burleson and visiting dignitaries from more than 120 countries. From the very beginning of our republic, America has always been a nation founded by people of faith and strengthened by the power of prayer and united by force. So
we're now what, 7 minutes and 40 seconds into the speech. I think it's maybe the first time he's mentioned faith or prayer.
Or simple but very beautiful words: in God we trust.
Which Trump loves because it's on money.
And you all know there was a movement to get that out. I said, no, I don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. I don't want to hear it. There was a movement. We don't want that because we shouldn't be mentioning God. There was a very strong movement, just like.
What movement was that? When was the Don't Say God movement gaining strength in this country? Anybody? I don't specifically remember the huge fucking marches and protests of the Never Say God community. Missed that one totally.
They don't want to say Merry Christmas, but now they say it. Remember in 2016?
Fuck me. We're back to Merry Christmas. Fuck.
16, I was a whole big part of my campaign. You're going to say Merry Christmas. Well, now they do it again.
Nobody stopped, dickhead. Nobody fucking stopped. And if they did, it wasn't because of you. And if they did, they probably never said it, right? Just, again. I think everybody can kind of see how it's maybe a little strange to say Merry Christmas to somebody that may be Jewish that doesn't celebrate it, right? Like that might be a little Jewish. I think Sam Cedar kind of had an explanation on this, very astute explanation. It's just, it's like saying happy birthday to somebody that it's not their birthday, right? It's like kind of strange. So you just gotta, be aware. That's all. You just be aware. But I don't think anybody's gonna fucking call the cops on you when you say Merry Christmas. I say Merry Christmas. I say Merry Christmas. Me.
But I don't know if you've been watching, but we got woke over the last 2 weeks. Woke is gonzo.
Woke is gonzo. That's funny because I just saw a video on Fox News of Riley Gaines saying the war on woke has not ended. So I think, you might have your information crossed there. You guys might want to get on the same page.
Despite the other side stealing hundreds of millions of dollars to promote woke. Did you see what happened yesterday where they found hundreds of millions of dollars of money was fraudulently given to newspapers and I guess Politico?
Okay. Did you hear that? One more time. 2, 3. Well,
hundreds of millions of dollars to promote woke. Did you see what happened yesterday where they found hundreds of millions of dollars of money was fraudulently given to newspapers?
Hundreds of millions of dollars was found to have fraudulently been given to newspapers and Politico. Okay? Claim. Donald Trump. Now, if we go into my little fucking fact check-o-meter here, and I bring up, let's see here, bring up this one, and then I bring up this one, and then I share this tab instead. Make sure that you guys can see this. I'll even make myself a little small. Let me hide that. I'll go to, let's see, this one makes it a little bigger. Okay, yeah. This is Trump makes misleading claim about government payments to Politico. Here's a fact check. Who would have thought that a huge claim like that by Donald fucking Trump would have some fallacies, right? Who would have fucking thought? President Trump on Thursday repeated an unfounded claim on Truth Social that billions of dollars had been stolen at USAID and other agencies and given to the fake news media to write favorable stories about Democrats. He said Politico had received $8 million. Trump's claim mischaracterizes the federal government's spending on subscriptions. So we're talking about people in the federal government who have subscriptions, right? To things like Politico Pro, which if you don't know what Politico Pro is, it's like, how do you explain it? It's $12,000 a year for a subscription to this thing, right? $12,000 a year. And it's more for, federal employees, people in the government that want to be hyper aware of the little intricacies that are going on in the government, all these different committees, who's voting which way, who's saying what. Politico covers all these in the minutia, right? They cover it in fine detail. So the people that are in this space can pay the $12,000 a year, right? Or have these subscriptions in order to get this information on these little niche aspects of what's happening in the federal government, right? So that's what's going on. It's basically like a hyper, it's like a hyper Politico. Instead of the main news coming out, it's the in-depth, detailed, insights into actually what's happening in like I said, the minutia of the government. So that's just what that is. Data from usaspending.gov, a government website that tracks federal spending, shows government agencies collectively spent more than $8 million combined in payments for Politico subscriptions and products in 2024. This includes $24,000 spent by the U.S. Agency for International Development or USAID on subscriptions. The subscriptions, which include Politico Pro or E&E News by Politico, offered a paywall content including policy tracking and exclusive reporting. Data show federal agencies also paid for subscriptions to other news outlets in 2024, including the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. On Wednesday, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announced that Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, that is not real, was working to cancel all government subscriptions to Politico. Leavitt specifically criticized spending by USAID and the humanitarian aid agency that President Trump and Musk have targeted for funding cuts. It goes on to say that this is her statement. Who cares? Data from USA Spending shows that $8 million of the was spent on political products in 2024. The Department of Health and Human Services, the Department of Interior, and Department of Energy each paid over $1 million in 2024. USID paid $24,000 again for political subscriptions in 2024, up from $20,000 the previous year. In a letter to staff on Wednesday, Politico editor-in-chief John Harris said that, quote, Politico has never been a beneficiary of government programs or subsidies, not 1 cent ever in 18 years. Harris wrote, the overwhelming majority of Politico Pro subscriptions come from the private sector. Additionally, congressional records show both Republicans and Democrats and the committees they lead paid for Politico subscriptions in the last year, right? So, again, quick little fact check on that little fucking hooey. Shit, now I got to do this again. Right? So it never fails for Donald Trump to sit there and try to lie to everybody's face. Again, with zero pushback. And I'm not saying that room's probably packed with sycophants anyway, so I'm not expecting it to be in that situation. But again, if he starts saying this stuff in a press conference with, so-called journalists, I would expect it to be called out. I would just expect it to be called out. Correct? All right. Correct. Thank you.
And I guess Politico, I don't know, they're here. Good. I hope you're enjoying your breakfast. No, they gave money to all this out of U.S. aid, right?
Okay, struggled on that one, dude. You want to try that one again?
USAID.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Grandpa did it. He said it. Yay. No, he didn't even piss his pants. Nope, didn't even do it. We don't have to clean him.
It came out hundreds of just tremendous amounts of money, had nothing to
hundreds of tremendous amounts of money. That's, in case you haven't ever heard of that denomination, that is, I think it's in between quadrillions and bazillions, maybe somewhere in that range. I'm not sure.
do with anything. This is a terrible thing that was experienced, but we're catching them left and right.
A terrible thing that was experienced. What the fuck are we talking about? $8 million out of the fucking federal government's budget. Are we on crack?
Right. We're catching them. We're catching them to a point where they don't know.
For people to be more informed, right? For people to be more fucking informed on what's going on. I would say that's, I don't know. I'd say that's a good use of money, but again, we can argue all day long on whether or not it's worth the $12,000 a year, right? But if that's what Politico puts out and people are paying it, that's what Politico is going to get. Just welcome to capitalism.
What the heck is going on? They can't believe they're getting caught. And I have great respect for the people that are doing it. Elon Musk is helping us on.
I got great respect for the people that are doing it. Did he have a fucking dental procedure before this?
And he's.
I think his benzos are wearing off, right? I think Doc needs to give him another injection.
Pretty good. He's pretty good. He's pretty good at it. But the numbers are astounding. They're astounding. Even Doug was shaken up by what he heard. Do you believe that, Doug? What you've been reading? It's just very dishonest stuff. But it was faith that led the pilgrims to cross an ocean and settle this.
Oh, fuck off. All right, I'm done with this one. Fucking pilgrims and shit. All right, we'll go to the next one. Let's fucking pilgrims. All right, should we go to, all right, let's take a little bit of this. I already did that one. We could probably end on that one. All right, let's do this one first. We'll do Mr. Sebastian Gorka. Mr. Sebastian Gorka is now going to try to tell us how Trump will stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. I'm Sebastian Gorka, and I know everything. All right, so let me share this tab instead. You can see his ugly mug any day now. 3, 2, 1, go.
If you stop driving at night because of vision problems, try this simple ice hack.
Yeah. If you're driving at night with vision problems, please
watch your vision go from this.
There's a report this morning out by Reuters.
All right, again, like I said, Sebastian Gorka is now going to tell Wake Up America President Trump will stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. Is everybody ready? Let me get this one out of here. Here we go.
Just a summit between Trump and Putin could happen in the next month or so. Reuters reporting staff discussions moving forward. Can you add anything to this from the White House?
All I'll say is General Kellogg is on the case.
Oh, okay. Speaking of General Kellogg, that's a good introduction. That's a good introduction. Let me get rid of this one. That's a good introduction. Let me see here. There we go. Bring this up for you guys. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of the meeting that's going to take place February 14th. It's more of a conference. I think it's a couple days in Munich at the Munich conference. And let me share this tab instead so you can see what I'm talking about. I even heard Phil talking about it. The Ukrainians and people who are involved were expecting the United States to come out and put forth their policy, put forth their plan on stopping Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine. I think everybody was A, kind of expecting it, and B, kind of bracing for what the policy would be. I think as this goes on to say, people kind of are expecting just a total freeze, which means obviously Ukraine holds the territory that it now holds. Russia holds the territory that it holds, right? And just we kind of go our separate ways, I guess, and we'll live over here, we'll live over there, kind of like a Berlin situation after World War II, just on a larger scale, right? Like that's like no fighting is going to happen, nothing's going to pop off, everybody's just going to fucking start doing the dance there, and the babushkas. Like, come on, like it's just a ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thought to think that, everybody's just going to all of a sudden stay where they are, but put their weapons down and just try to live their life normally. It's insane. But here, this is where they say Trump's special envoy for Ukraine and Russia says peace plan will not be presented at Munich conference. Keith Kellogg, U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy for Ukraine and Russia, will not present a plan to end Russia's war against Ukraine during the Munich Security Conference on the 14th to the 16th of February, as previously reported by the media. Source, Keith Kellogg on the Newsmax program, as reported by European Pravda. Details on 5 February, Bloomberg reported that the Trump administration would present a long-awaited plan to end Russia's war against Ukraine at the Munich Security Conference next week. Bloomberg said that the anticipated components of the, quote, plan are a potential freeze, the unclear status of Russian-occupied territories, and the provisions of unspecified security guarantees to Ukraine. However, Kellogg stated on the program on 6 February that the U.S. president's plan will be presented by Trump, saying he had not spoken to the journalist who had reported that Kellogg would do it. Quote from Kellogg, quote, "I did not talk to the news network at all. And, the person who's going to present the peace plan is the president of the United States, Donald Trump." Details. Keith Kellogg noted that a team will accompany Trump and assist him until he is able to present the plan. But he stressed that, quote, that is not going to happen next week. So, again, Trump has maybe concepts of a plan, not a real plan. He was going to end it on day one. Actually, he wasn't going to end it on day one. He's going to end it in the first 24 hours he was elected, right? That was the first thing. And then he's going to end it on day one. That didn't happen, right? And then he was going to get Zelensky and Putin in a room and have them talk to each other and hash it out in fucking an hour. That didn't happen. Now, we were supposed to have this huge, intelligent, thoughtful fucking military plan, this, well analyzed and and thought out plan of how to end this, again, brutal invasion of Ukraine. And now that didn't happen, or is not going to happen. Now we're just waiting until Donald Trump is ready to present this ghost fucking plan that he doesn't have. So now when you hear fucking this asshole try to tell you about the plan that he's going to pull out, or he's going to unveil, he's talking fucking bollocks. Bollocks, mate.
And this is going to happen sooner than anyone thinks. Why? Because President Trump has one priority in that.
Sooner than anybody thinks. Well, Donald Trump thought it was going to be in the first 24 hours, so it wasn't sooner than that. Donald Trump also thought it was going to be on the first day he was putting it back into office. That didn't happen, so it wasn't before that. When is it before again? When who's thinking of it? And then when is this date? When's the plan coming out? Seb, give me it.
Benighted region. and that's to stop the bloodshed. The man who wrote The Art of the Deal is the only.
No, stop that. Stop that, Seb. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. That is cute. Seb wanting to give Donald Trump full credit for writing The Art of the Deal. Like Donald Trump sat with a fucking laptop on his lap, in bed, on the couch, in his fucking plane, and actually typed out this fucking book. I have so many things that I would like to tell you if you actually believe Donald Trump wrote The Art of the Deal. I do. I'm a really big salesman. Got a bunch of shit to sell you. All you got to do is send me your money. I got a cousin in Nigeria. He's a prince, and he'll definitely take care of you. Promise. We got bridges and all that shit.
Only person that can bring closure to that dreadful conflict. So I'm not going to, make news here. I'm sorry.
And who started that dreadful conflict?
From Newsmax, but it's going to happen sooner or later, and President Trump will seal this.
Sooner or later, there's dreadful. Try to put those two things together in your head, right? There's three dreadfuls. There's dreadful conflict. The peace plan might come out sooner or later. It's when he's ready, right? Everybody's desperate. It's such a desperate situation, right? We'll figure. It's okay. We'll figure it out sooner or later. I'm sure I'll get around to it. Can anybody put those two things? That just happened within fucking 13 seconds of each other.
The deal to stop the bloodshed.
So sticking with the art of the deal, I'm questioning, obviously you and I have done this for a very long time together. I'm questioning whether the president's recent announcement about Gaza, making it the Riviera of the Middle East, is part of the art of the deal. Not that it does not need to be rehabilitated and rebuilt, but also laying out new terms.
All right. Just so everybody's aware. Sorry, I couldn't breathe. I did get some Afrin. This is about as much pushback as you'll see on Newsmax, right? This is the follow-up question on Newsmax. This is the huge pushback. One more time on this one.
Gaza, making it the Riviera deal. I'm questioning, obviously you and I have done this for a very long time together. I'm questioning whether the president's recent announcement about Gaza, making it the Riviera of the Middle East, is part of the art of the deal. Not that it does not need to be.
I don't know what that means. Sure as fuck wasn't in the book, right? And if you think in some way, shape, or form that is a brilliant move and a brilliant idea to resettle millions, to ethnically fucking cleanse an entire area, to build a casino-laden fucking beach resort. Again, this is the pushback on Newsmax.
Rehabilitated and rebuilt, but also laying out new terms so you can get the Middle East, the rest of the world together, going, we got to come together and do something, because if not, he'll probably do this on his own. What do you think of that?
So look, the president. This is how the president functions. When he sees.
Yeah, he's just completely fucked in the head. I mean, the president. He's a fucking lunatic, right? Nothing he does is going to make sense. Come on, you've been around him long enough to know all he likes is cheeseburgers, underage girls, and money.
Something that isn't working. He doesn't look at the Overton window.
Again, and I will thank Newsmax for actually showing the fucking destruction in Gaza. Will you guys please take a look at that shit? Look at this. So somebody was trying to tell me it wasn't carpet bombing. I think people were trying to tell me it wasn't indiscriminate bombing. So did they discriminately destroy every fucking house you can see? Every building you can see? Was that discriminate or indiscriminate? Just throwing that out there. Just a quick question for the people in the chat. That's all. Just a quick one. All right, here we go.
Aperture through which things are permissible to be discussed. He takes a sledgehammer, not just to the Overton window, but to the window frame, the walls around it, and the roof above it. He throws something out there to do what? To get people talking. Look at these pictures. Look at these pictures, Mark. The idea that this is going to be an easy fix by business as usual is in.
Yeah, the idea. Dude, the idea that Palestinians would be able to come in and clean this area up and rebuild it by themselves is preposterous. Right? Utterly preposterous. What you need is strong, intelligent white men. Is basically what he's getting at. That's what he's that's if your ears can listen in between the dog whistle, that's what you'll hear. We need white men. Like, it's like a fucking CD if you play it backwards.
Sanity. So whether it's Greenland, whether it's Gaza, whether it's everything we're doing, deporting illegals out of the country, the president spins up a relevant discussion to say, hey guys, business as usual is not.
Is that what it was? He's just striking up a conversation by totally removing several million people from their homes, from their country, and what, redistributing them across several other countries. Maybe we should do this. Let's do this one. Let's do this one because I'm already bored of Seb. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. No. Why? There's always one thing that I send to myself, right? That never ends up being there when I want it. So that's the first one. Shit. Oh, all right, good. Let's see here. Please, pardon me. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Talk amongst yourselves. That's that one. Show me up in the labor system. I did that one. All right. I'll find it. Give me a second. I don't know why. It's tough. I don't know if I should bring up the full one or just the clips. I don't like really playing just the clips, but I think this discussion's far too long to play the entire thing. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get a good video on it, though. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe no, not that one. They do have the whole conversation on here. Let's see. No, that's somebody else talking about it. Let's see what this one does.
In Gaza's waterfront.
So that's too big. Oh, it does. You can't see it. But this is Jared Kushner speaking at Harvard, right, in a discussion with some professor and his fucking students, speaking on what he thinks should happen to the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip. Now, I want you to just soak it in a little bit. We'll just soak it in and tell me how similar it sounds to the plans that Donald Trump wants to implement right now. We'll just run through this. I don't think you really need to see it. You can hear it. Here we go.
Property. It could be very valuable to if people.
Yeah, we'll go back a little bit.
In Gaza's waterfront property, it could be very valuable to if people would focus on kind of building up livelihoods. You think about all the money that's gone into this tunnel network and into all the munitions. If that would have gone into education or innovation, what could have been done? But I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out. And then
from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out. Now, what's scary, the scariest thing about this, right, is not only do we not hear this asshole, this privileged fucking prick speak that
and
much.
Clean it up. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want people to move back there afterwards.
Yeah. How the fuck did that start? I talk about him not talking that much and he fucking pops off again, right? What's scary about this is the fact that we don't hear him talk that much. But when he does talk, the cold-hearted way he talks about the ease in which he says these things, right? He just clearly and without a care in the world talked about how Israel should move millions of people out of their fucking homeland, right? Just nonchalantly, whatever, just like what it is, right? And it's amazing to me that it gets no pushback from the professor or the whoever's sitting in this fucking crowd right now. Like the fact that there's not like audible gasps in the crowd.
In our spring series of what we are calling these dialogues,
Yep. That's what he's saying. You just bulldoze a spot in the Negev desert. We'll just bulldoze an area, build some fucking, Russian style block apartments, and we'll stick them all in there, right?
Number one, you want to get as many civilians out of Rafah as possible.
And this is just, again, to set this up even a little more, this is just prior to Israel's invasion and entering into Rafah.
I think that you want to try to clear that out. If I was Israel right now,
you want to, again, cold-hearted, just callous, nonchalant way of saying you got to clear it out. Do you understand what clear it out, those 3 words? Do you understand what that entails? Do you understand how many lives need to be affected and touched directly in order for those 3 words to be carried out? Clear it out. Fuck off.
I would just bulldoze something in the Negev. I would try to move people in there.
I would just bulldoze somewhere in the Negev, a desert, as you saw, right? As you saw here. Let me see. This is the Negev right here. This is the Negev desert. This is what he's talking about. Now, where in that situation, right? Where in that piece of land? And I know it's probably a lot bigger. Where do you think it's inhabitable? Where does that seem like an inhabitable place to build a community? Do you see one in there? Which one of those fucking enormous sand dunes should they build their fucking community next to? Like, what are we talking about here? Talk about inhumane, right? The callous nature and way he says this shit is fucking petrifying. All right, where were we? Up here? I think right here. And I watched, I'll just say, I watched, I didn't get to the parts that this video is showing, but I did watch about the first 25 minutes of the interview, this speech, this talk that he had. And it's wild. It's really wild to hear the guy talk about, how he had no experience, didn't really know much, had no knowledge on the Middle East, and then tried to say that when they left in 2020 and 2021, everything was peaceful. There was no wars going on, no fighting. Everything was calm and peaceful, he says, right? Okay. Now, if that was a fact, that means I should be able to look it up. I should be able to look up, like conflicts in the Middle East in 2021, as you can see, and see what pops up, right? I mean, you should be able to see. Okay, so in 2021, the major conflicts in the Middle East included the ongoing Syrian civil war, the complex situation in Iraq with various militia groups, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, the Yemeni civil war, and tensions in northern Syria between Turkey and Kurdish forces. Somebody said it was peaceful and calm. I'm just wondering how the fuck you can get peaceful and calm out of that. All right. Armed conflict and peace process in the Middle East and North Africa. There were 8 states with active armed conflicts in the Middle East and North Africa in 2021. The same number as in 2020. Egypt, Iraq, Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, Libya, Syria, Turkey, and Yemen. Let's see here. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's about as much as I need to say in order to debunk that bullshit, right? I think that pretty much takes care of that one. So we'll continue to play this. All right, so we don't need to. It stops talking about Jay Kush, but I think you get the picture. I think you get the picture on that one.
going to cut it. That's exactly how he brought us the Abraham Accords, and that's exactly how he's going to help stabilize the Middle East right now.
I recall this going on maybe a century ago or so. It was called the Marshall Plan, where the United States rebuilt basically an area where we helped to level it.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. Somebody else using bombs that we supply to destroy an area so that we can go in, clean it up, and claim the territory. I don't know. That's where have I heard that before?
I don't think the Marshall analogy is completely apposite here. Why? Because that was billions of US dollars converted to today's currency. What he's doing, and this is the
And I'm sorry, how much would it cost to rebuild the entirety of the Gaza Strip into, like he said, what do you say, a Riviera type beach resort looking? How much is that going to cost? I'm gonna assume it's in the billions. I'm just assuming in that it's in the billions. So how are you talking about one not costing much, and again in today's dollars, where everything is more expensive, it's obviously going to cost more.
expectation. Everything we do in my domain, counterterrorism.
And again, this is Blunt Politics. I'm Boston Brian. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share it out. I appreciate it. Million ways that you can help the channel: merch, Venmo, Cash App, Patreon. Become a member. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
He wants partners to step up to the plate. If you don't like what's happening in Gaza, if you've got a problem with the future of the people in the region, hey, don't expect America to solve it all.
Again, we're not, that's exactly what Donald Trump is trying to do. He's trying to have America solve it all by ourselves, because he thinks he has and knows the best way for these people to be able to live their lives and where they should live their lives. That's exactly what's going on right now. Right? It's ridiculous that Donald Trump's already come out with the fucking plan. He's already said it. And this guy's trying to say, well, hey, don't expect us to solve everything. No, that's the whole problem. That's the whole problem. We are trying to solve everything without the help of the Palestinians, right? Without communicating with the actual people that are going to be affected by the fucking decisions that we make.
Step up to the plate. Remember, you know this, Mark, America first does not mean America alone. The president isn't an isolationist. He is not.
He is absolutely an isolationist. Actually, I take that back. I don't think he's an isolationist, because we know of his push towards a war in Mexico against the cartels. We've seen in his first administration the ramping up of drone strikes, the killing of civilians with drones. There's a million ways that we can talk. The nomination of Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, two war hawks, right? Remember what happened back and forth with North Korea and Kim Jong-un, right? With the whole fucking rocket man and my button, your button bullshit, when everybody thought we were going to die. Forget all that shit, don't you? It's easy to forget. So much shit happens, and that's Donald Trump's fucking, again, Steve Bannon's plan has worked to a T. Flood the zone with bullshit. That way you can never focus on one thing, right? Think of how difficult it is when you guys watch these shows, right? In 2 hours, what I can try to cover of what the fuck is going on, right? I can't get to half of it. I never get to half the shit that I say for this show. It's impossible. It's fucking possible. So what they do is they gish gallop you. They throw a ton of shit on the wall, and you can never pick the fucking clean spots. You can never do it, right? It's just, it's one of their fucking plans, and it's worked to a T. And literally, you can go back and hear Steve Bannon on his show talk about that's exactly what they should be doing, and it seems to have an effect. It seems to be really having an effect.
But he expects allies. He expects partners to do their part. So this statement during the press conference with Bibi is a message to everyone in the region, in Europe and elsewhere. Hey,
yes, it is a message saying that the fucking head of the most powerful country, the head of the most powerful military, the president of the United States of America is a fucking lunatic. That's the message that it sends. He's a fucking lunatic. He is not to be trusted, right? You cannot entrust anything with this man. Don't lay anything or rest anything in his hands. He's a fucking lunatic.
do you care about the future of that part of the world? Well, you know what? You should be part of the solution.
And thank you guys to who are watching on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Make sure you guys hit the like. I think there's something, if you have Amazon Prime, you can do something on Twitch and it won't cost you a dime. Sounds fancy when other people say it. I don't really know what the fuck it means. I'm not a huge Twitch guy. I appreciate everybody that's following over there. I'm still trying to figure that out again with a full-time job, trying to put together a show. It's a lot, trying to figure out the tech side of this side too. So I appreciate your patience with me. I appreciate you guys coming back every week. I appreciate you guys joining me the Sundays on Wednesday nights too. I appreciate so much the Patreon members. Thank you guys so much for literally keeping this show running. You guys have been there from day one, and don't think that I don't see you. Don't think that I don't appreciate you. Again, the Patreon members, the YouTube members, the people that share the show, the people that like and comment and share emojis, the people that stay active and involved. Thank you guys so much. Really and truly. I from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. All right, couple more minutes in this, and we'll jump into something else.
Not just complaining and part of the problem.
You know, speaking of partners, it seems like you and the president need one with a director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. She and RFK Jr. now headed to the full Senate. I mean, look, the Democrats are going to play their games. They're going to try to delay. They can't really derail this nomination, either of them.
Why can't they do that? Very simply, you know it. You're a political operator. The triple trifecta, not just the House, not just the Senate, the popular vote, 77 million.
Bored. That's enough of him. Sorry, Sebastian Gorka. You are just a boring man. All right, let's see. What are we going to next? What are we going to next? I already did that one. I did that one. All right, we're gonna have to get into it. Let me stop this because it always plays from here. Okay, that stopped. Let me go to full remarks. Get through this ad for you guys. Come on. All right, skip.
So I introduce to you the 47th President of
go.
the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
Again, we're not obviously going to watch the whole thing of this, but this is, again, where Donald Trump loves to bring up the grocery prices that he promised would be skyrocketing downwards, as he liked to say. But all we've seen so far is prices rising. All we've seen is the price of goods going up, either because of avian bird flu, or because of the threats of tariffs, or because of other countries retaliating against the tariffs. So let's hear what this is. Speaks at a dinner with GOP senators in Mar-a-Lago, which is good because, again, what if Joe Biden? Right? Let's just what are we looking at? All right, let's just ponder for a second. What if Joe Biden had all the Democrats, or all the, the I don't know what you want to call them, not popular, but all the known Democrats, right, at his house in Delaware for a fucking dinner or some sort of speech or something like that? How would that be covered by the media? How would that be received by Republicans, right? I mean, anytime he goes to the fucking beach in Delaware, like it's the Caribbean or something, they give him shit, right? Anytime he's home, they give him shit. Or anytime he was home, they gave him shit, I should say. But, it's okay. It's okay for the Republicans to fucking trounce down there again with their hat in their hand. Is Fetterman there? I wonder if John Fetterman's there. I bet he is. I bet he's there. All right, let's go.
Prime Minister of Japan, nice guy, tough, but really a nice guy. And it was sort of amazing, the press. Ooh, do we have some press back there? Is that press? Caroline? Oh, how's Caroline doing? Is she doing a good job?
No, she's shaky. She's anxious. She's a liar, which, again, comes with the territory, I guess.
She is doing a great job. Good. Well, for the press, for the media, I just want to tell you that these are senators, and some of funders are outside. They didn't get in, actually, which is amazing what happens when you win. You forget them, isn't it terrible? But now we have some great funders, and they were upstairs, and they're having a meeting up of their own, just they feel so good about this win that they actually got together and said, what are all you guys doing? They're just people that gave money to the campaign, and they're here just to have fun together. There's about 30 of them. And I said, come outside and see the people you got elected. And some of them are tremendously successful people. WeatherTech, a company privately owned that only makes this product here, doesn't want to.
Do you think that? Do you think the hold on, Monica? Do you think this microphone placement is strategic? I think the microphone's been raised to nut height level. I think somebody is actively trying to cover the nunt. They're like, no, I know the shirt don't cover it. We can't give him a, he doesn't like turtlenecks. So maybe get him a really large microphone and raise it to the exact height where nobody has to look at it. I think that's what's happening. Because that microphone's, I think it's a little higher than normal. I think I'm a little higher. Well, I'm not. Maybe he is. Who's what guy? Me? I'm Brian. I'm Boston Brian. How are you? I appreciate you joining me. But no, we're just tearing a hole in Donald Trump's, speeches and fact checking, calling his bullshit out, mocking, ridiculing, making fun of, whatever you want to say to authoritarians, dictators, pieces of shit, those type of people. This guy, here we go.
To go to other places to make the product. It's a great product, David, and so many other people. And
the sound is weird from them. It's not from me. If you need to turn it up just a little bit, I apologize. It's as loud as I can get it.
I said, come down, and some of you have probably said hello to them, but I guess they're up eating by this time. But I just want to say that it's been amazing. It's been an amazing period of time. We've had some fantastic races. We have some people in this room who won races that were very difficult to win. Tim and we have, where's my friend from? Where's Bernie? That was a tough race, I'll tell you. Bernie, they weren't.
Stop moving. Stop moving. Please, sir. Stay on the dot. You can't move. We're going to have to blur this out, right? We're going to have to blur this. It's going to cost a lot of money. That blur's not cheap, right? When you got to put that out.
Give me a big shot. I went up with Bernie, and I went up on a Friday night just before the primary, and I said, this is the worst weather I've ever seen. It was the windiest day I've ever seen. The teleprompters blew off the stage. I actually got, before I even started, and it was a wind, like a tropical wind in Ohio, and it was brutal, right?
It was a tropical wind in Ohio. Hold on. I need that one back. It was a tropical what in Ohio?
The teleprompters blew off the stage. I actually got, before I even started, and it was a wind, like a tropical wind in Ohio.
Oh my gosh. Holy shit. I don't know why that's freaking so tropical wind in Ohio. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Holy shit. That's fucking unbelievable. I love it. I don't love it, but you know what I mean?
And
it's
it
hilarious.
was brutal, right? Remember that? And I said, well, we're all by ourselves up here with about 50,000 people. But I said, you're going to win that race. And he won the race, and he did great. He did a great job. And David was great. How about that? That was, I don't know, where is David? David. with his great wife who was with me for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, that was a tough race. That was incredible. I thought, maybe, I don't want to say it, but that might have been the toughest of all. You know, when you have a father that was there for 20
Yeah.
I looked over to the right. If he would have come up, he would have been maybe not here. So I saved your life by saying, don't come up.
Oh, he's talking about that thing in Pennsylvania that happened that he said he's only going to bring up once, that he's never going to talk about again, that it was too difficult for him to bring up, that he's since brought up at every fucking opportunity he possibly can, at every press conference, interview, and fucking speech he's given. That thing that he's talking about that he was never going to talk about again. Audio is terrible, and I do apologize, but we don't have that much time left anyway, so let's get through it.
He looks back, he says, that was a good moment.
Want to build your own power
Oh,
generator
for
that costs
Christ's
less than
sakes.
1 month's electricity bill? This forgotten DIY.
Really? I don't really. No, I don't. There we go.
You know, they're all lunatics, frankly. It's so sad to see. They should be happy. They should be sad. You know, it's a funny thing. I went to a golf course that I own, and I was very.
You don't say. You don't fucking say. Holy shit, that's strange. I thought you never went to the golf course. I didn't think that was a thing you did, right? Was that something that you did? I thought you were just, I thought you were just permanently working. I thought you were just just from morning, from the sunrise till fucking sunset. I'm working for the American people. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
Very angry at bankers. This was prior to being president, prior to even thinking about running for president. And I was going crazy because I couldn't get onto the course. One, Palos Verdes in California, and beautiful right on the Pacific. Every hole in the
Hold
Pacific.
on, time out. We got a timeout. We got a timeout. Thank you so much, Nordes Rodriguez. 20 memberships, dude. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Very, very generous. Very generous. Anybody that receives one of these gifted memberships, please make sure to thank Nordes. What a huge contribution to the channel. Thank you very, very, very much. That is very nice of you. And again, anybody that puts in a super chat, a super sticker, hits a milestone for their memberships. If I don't see it when it goes by in the chat, don't worry. Stick around to the end of the stream. We always go through all the super chats, all the super stickers. Make sure you guys get recognition. Make sure you guys get your, your fame. You know what I mean? Get your spotlight. So I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. All right. Just a couple more minutes of this.
Can't get on the course. But my ad is, if I ever have to use it, I have the ocean. Pebble Beach only has the bay. And I said, I'm dying to use that ad, but you don't need it. So I get there with this group of big bankers and very important people. And I'm so angry. I'm just like furious because I can't get on the course. And I'm screaming, I can never get on this course. It drives me crazy.
Thank you, moms.
After about 20 minutes of that, my caddy comes over to me. It's a 70-year-old guy, really nice guy, very small.
Again, the man of the people, guys. Man of the people. This is, I'm going to call this, I believe what they call this is a first world problem. He was angry because he couldn't get on the golf course. He wasn't angry because he was trying to solve the, Russian invasion of Ukraine, right? And that was being stymied. That's not what he's mad about. He's not mad that, that everybody's in uproar about his statements and plans for the U.S. military and the U.S. resettlement of the Palestinian people. He's not upset about that. That's not what he's yelling and screaming about. He can't get on the fucking golf course. And again, this isn't me doing journalistic fucking investigations to figure this out. He's literally saying it and bragging about it in front of a microphone. Give me a fucking break.
Sir, may I speak to you? Yes. Yes. What do you want?
Oh, shut up. I can't deal with this.
You should be happy. We had a tremendous run. And, we could have won a couple of more that I thought we were going to win. We won big in Michigan, and Michigan almost won. I don't know why he didn't win. He might be the one. We're talking to Michael and some of the others. He may be the one to run again. But I don't know, he did very well. I thought he won. I thought we won Wisconsin. Actually, I thought we could have meeting the senator because I won Wisconsin by, and sort of everyone did well. I mean, they worked hard, and I think they ceased to be much of a problem. But we did the right thing. You know what I'm talking about in particular, a certain issue. We did the right thing.
No, we don't.
But we've been together. It's been amazing unity. The only thing I was a little worried, I was asked to do the prayer breakfast, and they said, "Oh, it's 2 prayer breakfasts." I said, "Why is it 2?" Because they're not getting along, and I'm talking about unity, so I had to do 2 prayer breakfasts. I said, "Wait a minute." Right?
Shut up.
John, they'll be in about 5 minutes away, and I did the other one. People, right? The people, and we had 7.
I don't know. I hate doing the clips of it, but I also don't have enough time to fucking scroll through this whole thing because he says ridiculous things in here at some point. The whole thing's fucking nonsense. The whole thing's ridiculous. And again, Hal's right. When people pull up clips and you just show them, it tends to have people believe that the rest of it is kind of like normal, right? So I hate doing that. But he does talk about groceries in here, and I'm gonna fucking find it.
8,000 people in that one. That was a big.
Yep, don't care about that.
Which is blame you, but we had a big pack day. They couldn't even.
I don't give a
for
shit.
little while, but they can hear anything I have.
Don't give a shit.
Japan, they wanted to buy U.S. steel. I said, I can't let you buy it. I cannot.
What's he clapping
80
about?
years ago, it's a long time ago doing that.
Shut up.
You cannot buy it.
Shut up.
It's amazing how they become. They spent $500 million on lock boxes, and the last one they're sitting on the stage with me. That was a who's who of the world sitting on the stage. It's very different. The first one.
Yeah, it's amazing. You didn't fill the people with like your followers, or the people that have fucking literally bashed people in, bashed Capitol police officers in the face to get into the Capitol to stop the election that you told them to stop. Those aren't the people that were behind you. It was the richest of the rich, the most powerful people on earth, the elite that everybody on the Republican side says they hate. Says that the Democrats are the elite, but it seems like Donald Trump's far more involved with the elite on this fucking planet than anybody else, right? Again, if George Soros was doing what Elon Musk is doing right now, I think would literally be fucking having a civil war at this point, right? I don't think anybody has any doubts on the reaction, what the reaction would be if George Soros was doing the exact same things that Elon Musk is now doing.
I didn't have a lot of support, but I had a lot of people's support, but we did great. Then we had the second one where we did much better. We got 10 or 12 million more votes, and we did phenomenally on the second one. But then we said, look, we did great, but a lot of bad things happened. Very terrible things. Terrible things. And look what happened to our country because of it. But then I said, we got to do it again, but we're going to make it too big to rig. And if anybody here thinks they didn't try, they tried like.
Yeah, too
big.
rig.
It was just too big to rig. They walked away. 902.
The whole plan was to get what did he get in his first election? It was what 81 to 70, 81 million to 70. Like how many? Donald Trump gained what, a couple million votes in this election compared to his last one, right? So that was the plan. That was the too big to rig plan, was to gain a couple million votes, right? The plan was to still not reach the 81 million votes that Joe Biden received in 2020. That was the plan. That was the too big to rig plan. Yeah. Garrett, I bet that went off without a hitch.
In the evening, they knew it was over. There was nothing they could have done. And that's what we had. We had an election that was too big to rig. And it was such an honor. We won every swing state. We had 7. And remember, John, they were talking about, well, maybe Trump could win 3 or 4. We won all of them, and we won them by a lot.
Yeah, we just didn't anticipate Elon's fucking interference and the Russian fucking bomb threats that were called in. We didn't really anticipate that. Sorry.
Close, none of them. We had a lot of good things. No tax on tips. That helped me in Nevada quite a bit. I hope we're going to be able to get that. Okay, got to try and get it.
Yeah, how's that going? Where's that executive order? Did that executive order come out? No tax on tips. Is everybody now receiving more money because of that? How's that been working out? Is that another promises made, promises lied?
Very important. Some of the things that are very important, I think, is the 1-year deduction. Where you can do something in 1 year. No, we haven't. A lot of people haven't been talking about that. I can tell you the first one that was so
unlock the secret to the world's most obedient
Good
dogs.
Lord, like who the fuck wants to put? Why? I don't understand. Wait, I'm not on my thing. That's why, because I have fucking YouTube Premium. What an asshole. What an asshole. Well, fuck it now. I might as well finish it. I didn't even think about why I was getting ads. Sorry, my apologies. I have YouTube Premium, so we don't have to deal with that.
They're allowed to do the 1 year deduction. That really revved up. And I've had so many people say, could you do that again? People were doing jobs that they didn't even want to do. Building jobs, creating jobs and building jobs.
Blah, blah, blah,
And
blah.
you know about that 1 year.
Oh, come on.
With about 22 House members. I want to be nice, but they were very different. And I said, you know, I heard them, I listened for a little while, and then I said, you know, why don't we just balance the budget? Why don't we cut certain things and balance the budget? Don't touch Social Security, don't touch Medicare, Medicaid, just leave them alone. Now, there are people that are illegally in there, because we have a lot of illegal immigrants that have found their way.
Again, all fucking nonsense, bullshit. There's video recordings of Republicans saying the exact opposite, saying that it's exactly the things that they want to go after.
And we just can't do that. We just can't. It was amazing. And dedicated by a young lady.
Come on.
I actually said, I want you to know Joe. Listen, she never was anything. She was a politician. And
For
she's
Christ's
worth $100
sakes.
million, $125 million. So she was running, debating her. No. And I thought it was beautiful, actually, because it's like the opposite of me. He said, you know what I like about Chuck Grassley? They had
He's
to study a little
140.
bit further to get some of our nominees. I think you're going to find our
Come on.
slightly political family.
All right, I'm gonna have to go to the. I'm gonna have to revert to the clips. I
think it
don't
was
want to waste
like
your time.
1 in 10,000 children, but actually, I think
One
the
more
number's
try.
even
One more
higher.
try.
But
Ready? It's this right here.
why don't we balance the budget? Why should we wait 10 or 15 or 20 years to balance it?
Jesus Christ, this fucking guy just rambles and rambles about fucking lies and nonsense.
He's less interested, and I said, I appreciate all of the unity. I appreciate this. Win this. This was even before I won, but I thought we were going to win early on. I said, I want you to be the head of energy. He said, look, there's a man in this room right now. He's got all the energy. All of you senators are doing. I mean,
Christ almighty.
It went up, and it went up really dramatically. Policy. So this would have never happened if.
All right. That's it. We're doing it. We're doing it, and I apologize. You've seen my attempt on trying not to and trying to play as much of that insanity because every word he says is insane. Everything he says is ridiculous. I don't know what mumbled, jumbled, like garbled, drug-addled, fucking ephebophile, like what his brain is actually putting out at this point. It might just be literally melting in there, but everything he says is ridiculous. So take nothing he says seriously. Well, not that don't take it seriously, but again, just know that it's coming from a crazy man. All right, here we go. So let me share this tab instead so you can see it, and I'll just play a couple of the clips that he had from this. How I missed every single one of these. I thought I played a good amount, but I guess I missed a bunch of them. Here we go.
It was vicious and violent. You just destroy people. So I want to.
That's Tim Scott growling in the background for Donald Trump, which is disgusting. RFK, Trump says RFK Jr. told him that he isn't anti-vaccine, that he isn't a crazy person. USAID, the horrible things that they are spending money on, it's got to be kickbacks. They send money to the guy, he takes the money, and he sends it back to most of the money and keeps it for himself, in my opinion. Makes absolutely no sense. Let's see here. The one that I'm going for is... we had gasoline in Delhi before. They took my policy and they really messed it up when they went back to my policy. They always said we were drilling it just as much. If I were there, we would have been double or triple that number. They took my policy because it was going through the roof. Oh, boy. Where's the fucking... Oh, for crying out loud. Now it's going to be the one. Now it's going to be the one I can't find. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Yeah, ready?
There was no reason to allow millions of criminals into our country, millions, people that were, I'd say 3 million, 4 million, 21 million people.
That's a normal jump. That's a normal jump. I'd say like 3, 4, maybe 25-ish. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. One more time. Hold on. One more time. Play that one again.
All told, but 3 million, 4 million criminals, many allow millions of criminals into our country, millions, people that were, I'd say 3 million, 4 million, 21 million people.
No, it's just a normal jump people make in conversation all the time. Nothing strange about that one. All right, where's the groceries? For fuck's sake. There we go. The fucking one thing that I've been looking for. I don't know how I can't find that in the speech. Probably at the very end.
I hear so much
Right,
about
stop,
the word grocery.
Pause. And then we'll make it big for you guys. Here we go. Ready? Play it from the beginning. This is Donald Trump again describing groceries here.
I hear so much about the word groceries. I used to use groceries a lot on the trail. A word that's like sort of an old-fashioned word, groceries. But groceries is the word that's the most accurate word. And
because that's not just a nonsense, right? That's just not a bunch of words together that make absolutely no sense. That's not something maybe a person that's having a stroke would say. You want that one again? Here, take this one again. Take that one in the face.
I hear so much about the word groceries. I used to use groceries a lot on the trail. A word that's like sort of an old-fashioned word, groceries. But groceries is the word that's the most accurate word. And
all right. And I'm sorry, like the transcript of that is going to be even crazier, right? Somebody reading the actual transcript of that is gonna be like, all right, did you guys call 911, right? Like this guy's clearly having a stroke. Was one side of his face drooping? Did he smell toast? Was there any other signs that we could look for besides this garbled mess of the English language?
The price of groceries went through the roof. Bacon was levels like nobody's ever seen. You take a look at eggs today. I mean, the eggs are double, triple, quadruple. They're going through the roof. Now there's some problems.
Tell the director to call the White House. Do your fucking job.
But, we inherited a mess. I hear so much about the word groceries. I used to use groceries a lot.
Go fuck yourself.
A word that's like sort of an old-fashioned word, groceries. But groceries is the word.
I think we get the picture on that one, right? I think we get the picture. He's just, the man is on another level of insanity at this point. Again, with age, unfortunately, it does not get better. It only gets worse every single day. There's not going to be some like reversal of his brain unless Elon sticks him with a chip. Again, the conspiracy theorists that were telling us, like Steve Bannon, that were telling us about people that want to chip your brain and the fucking elite and billionaires doing this, but not a problem with Elon doing what he's doing, wanting to chip people's brains. Somehow that's, again, the hypocrisy is quite alarming. All right, it's 3:00. I'm not going to go too far over, so let's get into the super chats and the super stickers and the people that had milestones and anybody that contributed to the chat. Again, thank you so much to everybody that did. Looks like a lot of people have contributed. Ooh, Rock says eggs Holden at 8:32 at Walmart. Christ. Right, I think everything's on kind of a pause now, but people still don't know what to do. I mean, there's let's see here. I could pull up this so I don't go too far over. Let me see if I can show you this one just for 2 seconds. This is the impact that the Trump move on USAID is having. Share this tab instead. Can you guys see it? No, you can't. So I'm going to do this one. U.S. families have their lives upended by Trump move to shut agency. So let's see. It's this one. The Trump administration's abrupt move to dismantle the U.S. Agency for International Development has upended the lives of thousands of American employees and family members and posted overseas, leaving them facing costly and difficult decisions. Agency personnel said on Friday. U.S. judge on Friday said he would enter a, quote, very limited temporary order blocking the Trump administration's changes to the agency, but the fate of its fate of its staff remained uncertain. The employees affected by Trump's actions could include pregnant women whose plans to fly back to the United States to deliver their babies have been disrupted, and families who will return home without housing or schooling for their children, they said. Quote, we literally have focused our life on this USAID mission. We do not have a home to go back to, said the spouse of a Latin American-based employee. We do not know how we're supposed to pick up and just leave. She said several agency personnel who spoke during an online briefing arranged by Stand Up for Aid, a group of current and former officials formed to raise awareness of the impacts of Trump's cuts to the agency, all requested anonymity out of fear of retribution for speaking out. U.S. President Donald Trump froze U.S. foreign assistance after taking office on January 20th, stalling billions of dollars in food, health, and other programs. The spending freeze is supposed to last 90 days, pending a review of efficiencies and consistency with Trump's foreign policy. USAID, the chief U.S. humanitarian agency and employer of more than 10,000 people, including 1,900 Americans posted abroad, became the first target of the effort led by billionaire Elon Musk to reduce the size of the U.S. government. The U.S. Department of State did not immediately respond to a request for comment. More than 12 pregnant agency employees and spouses planning to fly home for their delivery at U.S. aid expenses. So this goes on to tell you how much more it affects people. More than 2/3 of USAID personnel workers overseas were told to have to pack up and fly home by Friday. That directive was replaced by another setting of the March 9 deadline. So pack up and leave by, oh, no, we're just kidding. No, now you have till March to figure out your entire life again, right? And who knows what's going to happen on the 9th. So I just wanted to bring that up in closing to let you know, just how many people are being affected, even though they've put this hold basically on it. People are their lives are now on hold. All right, so now let's recognize everybody in the chat. I really do appreciate it. Let me start closing stuff out. That way I don't slow myself down. Thank you. All right, thank you guys so much for everybody that's contributed. Let's get into it. Yakov, thank you, buddy, for becoming a new member. Appreciate that. You can also join Yakov right below me. Hit the join button. It's $1.99 for the month. Probably one of the best $1.99 deals you'll ever find in your life. Hopefully you get the most bang for your buck. I really do appreciate it, Yakov. Thank you. A big week for Patrick. Came up big on Wednesday. I appreciate you, brother. I am shocked to hear that Brian is not a tech pro. Fuck off. Oh, Jesus. I used to be really good at the computer, and then I stopped. Like, I didn't use it for a long time, So I was always playing sports or doing other stuff. I was never doing tech stuff, But thank you for pointing out how obvious it is, Patrick. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Sheldon, for gifting 1 membership, my man. Appreciate that. Thank you for always being around. Thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing. My man, Daff, thank you, brother, gifting the 5 memberships. I appreciate you, dude. Keep fighting. Keep the fight on. I do appreciate it. Luis, thank you at Boston Pride. Did you see the NFL is scraping the end of racism? Did we ever figure out what this is about? So I'm confused. Are you watching it because they're putting that in the end of the end zone, or did they take it out? I'm confused. But thank you for the contribution. I do appreciate it. Big dog. Appreciate you. Elon's and oligarchical D's nuts. I do appreciate it. Appreciate your contribution. Deanna, how are you? Deanna Atkinson, thank you for the $5. I really do appreciate it. This old trans woman can't afford much, but I gotta help. Sorry, excuse me. Let me try that one more time. This old trans woman can't afford much, but I gotta help keep the fighters in the game. These fascists terrify me. Well, Deanna, I am here to continuously fight for you to, and again, I don't call myself an ally. That is something for other people to call me. I don't label myself. But I am here to at least stand up and fight for what I believe are human rights and for the people that should absolutely have those human rights, just like everybody else in this world. So thank you for being here. I hope you have found the right place in the chat of the Bryantologist, a welcoming community. I really do hope so. So thank you very much, Deanna. Let's see here. Who's next? Mama Brooke, how are you? Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Mama Brooke. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I hope it's not too stressful with the little ones. And I thank you for joining me, and thank you for giving me your time, which is obviously the most important thing here. So thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Make sure anybody that's receiving these gifted memberships is thanking these wonderful people for contributing, for helping out, and for giving you, again, access for a month. So, and again, if you find yourself continuously watching the show, right, and you're a member and you find your membership has run out or whatever it does, please feel free to continue that and to continue support of the channel as we grow on this platform and on Facebook and on Twitch and Instagram. So thank you to everybody. I really do appreciate you guys. Let me see here. Mama Brooke, and then it was Slacks. What's up, Slacks? Appreciate it. Love you, Brian Maladungaree. Dog Logan. Much love to all the Briantologists. Slava Ukraini. I do appreciate that. Heroyam Slava, as usual. I always get that wrong. I can never figure out that it's backwards. But I do appreciate you, Big Dog. I mean, I like the Big Dog fits, but it's strange that we also have a Big Dog as a screen name. So thank you, Slacks. I really do appreciate you. Hoping you're you get your snow tires on your bike. You know, can you put chains on the tires of a Harley Davidson? I don't know. I don't know if it could be done, but if anybody can do it, it's fucking Slacks. Appreciate you, dude. Jen, getting rid of USAID amounts to 1 day of borrowing U.S. debt. That's how much it contributes to the deficit. 1 day, not a significant factor in cutting debt. Elon was being investigated by them. That's why he axed them. Again, thank you so much for your contribution to the channel. I think you're absolutely spot on, and I think that trend continues in his dealings in the other agencies as well. That just it continues that these agencies just happen to be the ones looking into Elon for whatever fucking it may be, whatever the investigation entails. But now you can just cancel all those, right? Kind of like how Trump's court cases all got fucking wiped out. So we've seen that before. Sheldon, can you reach out to Frost and see if he could come on your show? I realize it would be difficult due to your small numbers. Yeah, absolutely. I would have absolutely no qualms. I've seen him on Midas Touch before. I've seen him on, I believe, with Josiah at Pondering Politics. Again, I'm nowhere near either of those people in subscribers. So again, I think you're absolutely right on the second part of that. It's hard. Not only is it hard to get people to even see the email, because again, I'm sure people receive a ton of emails, especially when they have that many subscribers. But once you do, if they do get to read it, it's difficult for them to kind of take it seriously if they click on your profile and they see you only have so many subscribers. Again, I don't really give a shit about it. I would interview anybody and talk to anybody. I don't care how many subscribers you got, whatever. But again, these people, it has to be worth their time for them to come on the show. So yeah, I'll absolutely reach out, or whatever I have to do, and see if I can get some of these bigger names on the channel. That would be absolutely fantastic. And thank you for the idea, Sheldon. I appreciate you. And thank you for pointing out that I have small numbers. Thank you, John. I'm only kidding, Sheldon, by the way. I'm only kidding. And thank you, Jen, for being here for 1 month. I appreciate that. Right back at you. Lori Dex, how are you? Thank you for the super sticker. Let's go. Fucking appreciate that. Let's fucking go. I always love it when I see new people in here. Jeff Miller, let's fucking go. Thank you for the 10, my dude. Appreciate that. Nice little picture you got going on. Some trees. Is that a Vermont picture? New Hampshire picture? Just a guess. Just a guess. Linda Lou, how you do? Annoyed the NFL is normalizing the orange turd today. F Tiger Woods for golfing with him today. And fingers crossed he gets booed today. Cheers to Brian. Thank you. And keep up the great commentary. While Linda Lou still blue. Thank you so much. I appreciate not only the contribution, but your passion, your aggression in the fight you have inside you. I thank you very much for being here and listening to the show and watching. And yeah, Tiger Woods has been a Trumpite for a while now. He's even got his own little what is it? I don't know if it's a section of one of the hotels down there, a section of the Mar-a-Lago hotel where the golf course is, or if it's just like a room, but he's got like a Tiger Woods themed room, I think it is, where you can stay, and he's got his own little fucking villa. I think it's like a villa type thing. But yeah, I think we've known for a while that Tiger's not the best of guys. I think we learned that a while ago. I know he's rehabbed his what the fuck do you call it? He rehabbed his his image. I couldn't think of the word. He rehabbed his image. I know he's done that pretty successfully since his like crash and the drinking and the pills and all that stuff. But still, but yes, again, to normalize it for Roger Goodell to fucking again come hat in hand to Donald Trump and ask him for this and ask him for that and let him. But again, it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. It really is, because there's a lot to be gained from having the president at the Super Bowl and money wise and fucking cameras and television and media wise, right? So it's just a big ploy for money, just a big ploy for attention. I don't think I'll be viewing the Super Bowl tonight, but thank you, Linda, for your contributions, and I think you're spot on. Fuck everybody who has anything to do with that guy. Nikki Oliver, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate that. Vote blue, Nikki says, and I couldn't agree more. Let's see here. Colleen, let's go, Colleen. Good to see you. How are you? Can't give more until I know that I'll have any income. Keep fighting. Yeah, I say this on every show. Don't do it. Stop. Please don't. If this is like one of the things where you're like, shit, I can only give this much because, I got to wait for this or that. Just don't even bother. Don't even do it. Keep it in your pocket. Save it for a rainy day. Buy some lunch for yourself. Don't even do it. Like, share, subscribe. The free stuff is just as important to the algorithmic bullshit, right? So, Colleen, thank you. I appreciate that. But please, if anybody's in a pinch or, if you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, just don't even do it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want. I want you to have the most opportunity to have that money in your pocket to spend it on whatever you need. But again, not that it's not appreciated. I promise it is appreciated. But I've said it before. I've said it before. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. But thank you, Colin. I appreciate it. Jess, how are you? Awesome show, Brian. Love to you and Mel and Logan. Appreciate that. Thank you for being here for 7 months. What a fucking, you guys are the best. You really are. Hope you've had a good weekend. You guys get any snow up there? You guys get any snow? I'm sure you guys are still a ton of snow on the ground up there from your other storms. All right, let's see. Who's next? Benny Loco. Let's go. How are you? He needs to be removed like a rotten tooth. Agreed. I do agree. Appreciate you, Benny Loco. Thank you for being here. Again, appreciate your passion and your aggression and your ability to fight in this space is again, really, really appreciated. So thank you. Make sure everybody's checking out 21st Century Suffragettes as well. Let's see here. Jess, thank you for gifting as well. Oh, let's go. You guys are the best. You really are. Thank you, Jess. Tell Danny I said hi. Tell everybody I said hello. Give the cats a little treat for me. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good night. Jerry, thank you. 9 months. Let's go. No, thank you, Jerry. Be thanking me. I'm not doing anything. It's you guys that make this possible. It's you guys that keep this ship upright, right? It's you guys that keep the wind in my sails. So thank you guys. Thank you, Jerry. I really do appreciate it. Sally gifted 1 membership because she's amazing. Sally gifted another 1 membership because she's amazing. Thank you, Sally. I really do appreciate you. Oh, speak of the devil. Yo, Boston Brian, our 1-year anniversary is on this Tuesday, 5 p.m. 230 subs to 1,000. Let's go. Let's get them to 1,000. If anybody hasn't yet, after when I'm hopping off, make sure you pop over to 21st Century Suffragettes, the channel, and click on the subscribe button. Let's get them to 1,000. They very much deserve it. And again, the woman's voice is becoming more and more important every day in this country. So we need to again, a rising tide lifts all boats. Right? So let's do that. Let's lift all the boats around us. And again, like I said, let's be watching, 21st Century Suffragettes and Philip Bittner, Hal Sparks, Midas Touch, Tony Michaels, Pondering Politics. Let's see here. The Vanguard, Lands from the Serfs, mix it up a little bit. Watch people you don't necessarily agree with, right? Maybe you get a different perspective on some shit. That's how the world works. You progress. That's why when you call yourself a progressive, you progress. You're you know what I mean? You progress as society progresses. You progress with it. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And in early congratulations on the 1,000 that I know you shall get really, really soon. Notice big contribution to the channel. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted. Such a pleasure to have you here. And again, so appreciated for your contributions to the channel. Just a really nice gesture. Thank you. Hey, Josh. What's up, Brian? I didn't sign up for X-rated. None. Actually, by the way, I'm still posting teabag quotes on my Facebook. I'm sorry. Again, the microphone was covering it for a wee bit of time there. For a wee bit of time, you couldn't see it, but and then he moved. So I apologize. I do apologize. But thank you for the contributions. I really do appreciate you, Josh. I thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Let's see. Moms, let's go. Hope you're feeling well. I guess I hit a milestone. Whoop, whoop. Let's go. 3 months. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. You are very special to the chat. And again, I hope everybody wishes you well. And I hope you're still feeling well. Hope everything's still going well. Again, from the Bryantologist to you. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being here. Nikki Oliver was here and has been for 2 months. Nikki says he is insane, and I think you'd be absolutely correct, Nikki. I don't think no notes on that one. Thank you for being here for a couple months. Moms is back. Much love, Brian. You're doing great. Well, I appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot for you guys to continuously come back and support the channel. I know we're not the biggest. I know we don't run the biggest live stream. I know we're not breaking any records or anything like that. But as long as I'm reaching real people, at least as long as I'm making some difference in this world, I will take it. I will take it. And that's what I plan to do here. So I really do appreciate it, Moms. Thank you for the contribution. Jesus, let's go. Can you see Donald at the pearly gates talking to St. Peter, trying to bullshit his way into heaven? Oh, sure. Fucking no doubt. What will he have? What would he have? He'd be trying to like barter. He'd be bartering something. Like the souls of the fucking everybody that's worked for the Trump organization, right? He'd trade just the souls of his children to get into heaven. Thank you, AI. I appreciate you, dude. Very nice of you to contribute to the channel. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Stephanie, let's go. Trump is a dangerous dictator. Yeah, and again, people think it's hyperbole and it sounds ridiculous because it's not 100% comparable one-on-one to Hitler and the Holocaust. But again, still, the number of people that can be hurt, killed, affected by this guy's maniacal plans will rival some of the worst atrocities that have happened if we let these things take place, if it's not handled by the right people, and if these lawsuits don't actually stop these fucking people from getting into the meat of our government, which only a certain select few people have ever really been in, right? This Treasury Department where the checks go out. These aren't like rah-rah Democrats or rah-rah Republicans. These are just normal, everyday people that go to work in the morning and don't really have a say in the matter, right? People that have been there a long time, only like the most trusted. I mean, think of what they can get their hands on. Holy shit. But thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Who's next? Rosanna, appreciate you. Super sticker for $10. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Let's see here. Lisa Phillips, thank you so much for being here for 6 months. This is the Sunday live stream. Let's go. Appreciate it, Lisa. Again, hope I always think when I get snow, everybody gets snow. It's so ridiculous to think. But I always want to ask if everybody got any snow. I bet. Anyway, hey, Crystal, how are you? Thanks for all you do, Boston Brian. Much love to Diane. Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you for being here. And again, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your night. Let's see here. W. Dan L. There's a new one. Thank you for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate that, brother. Really do appreciate it. And again, I love seeing the new people here. It's very nice of you. And again, I hope you stick around. Hope you check out our Wednesday live stream as well. We're on at 8:30, right after you check out Housebox. We come right on afterwards, so you can roll right into this program as well. We're on from 8:30 to 10:30. That way you can get your Wednesday night fix in as well. And again, obviously our Sunday show here at 1 p.m. Make sure you're checking us out on both. So thank you very much, Dan. I do appreciate you. Holy shit, Graham passed right by me and I didn't even see it. Hoping to hear a boo that is longest and loudest and whatever that record is. No one will avert to see anything like it in the Super. Oh, no one will ever see anything like it. Super Bowl crowd to the rescue. Oh, I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying. I don't know though. Where is it again? Is it in Louisiana? Let's see here. S Bowl. Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, for Christ's sakes. I think it's in Louisiana, right? If I'm not mistaken. NFL starts at 6:30. see here. About this game. Eagle start location. How to watch. No, I don't want care. Super Bowl 2025 live update. How to watch location. Does it say? Just tell me what the fuck it is. I just want to confirm it. Yeah, the preseason. Super Bowl. So much Jalen Hurts. Yeah, it is New Orleans. Caesar Superdome. All right, gotcha. I was right. Just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure I wasn't giving you false information. In the southern area of the country, and I know people are from all over. It's in the Super Bowl, so I don't know. I'm sure he'll get some. He'll get some. I just don't know how overwhelming the boos will be. I'm hopeful. I would as loud as boo that any stadium has ever heard, and I'm with you, but I just don't know if we're gonna get it. We'll see, though. We'll see. Thank you so much, Graham. By the way, it's such a wonderful contribution. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Movie, popcorn, feet up. Sounds good, right? Flipper. Thank you for the $10. Love the show, Brian. Just a suggestion. If you download saved video clips in advance, you can play from your computer and avoid the website issues, ads, tabs, etc. Randy Rhodes does it like this. Download it. What do you mean? If you download saved video clips in advance. Isn't that what I do? If I download them onto the computer? See, I'll plumb up your bathroom, but as far as downloading and fucking saving shit, I don't fucking know. But I hear what you're saying, and again, I apologize. I wasn't on my YouTube. It just was generic YouTube, so that's why we were getting the ads on that one. If I was on my YouTube Premium, we wouldn't have got the ads. But the Wi-Fi, I don't. How would that affect? Like, wouldn't the Wi-Fi still affect that? Again, I'm asking too many questions. I get too deep into it, but I do appreciate. I'll look into it. I will. I promise. I'll look into it. Sounds like if I could avoid those problems, it would absolutely help the stream. So thank you for the hint, the contribution. Let's see here. JD, viva la résistance, viva la révolution. Let's go. Appreciate you, JD. I love the 13 too. I've never really found out what the 13 signifies, but I do appreciate the contribution. Jenny Faye coming in big twice. Thanks for the great show as always. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate you, Jenny Faye. Right back at it with the best mods bonus. At Tiffany, at Ferry, at Tanya, at Adam. I'll add at Andrea, at Mel. Let's see, at Rox, at Roxanne. We got a shitload of them. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Mark when he comes in. What happened to Mark? I haven't seen Mark in a while, actually. Now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen Mark. Mark's still hanging. Hope everything's all right with Mark. And Elizabeth. Let's see here. JD's right back at it. Monetization is for suckers. Profanity bonus. Thank you, JD. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, again, this is trying to be, like I said, just again, if YouTube plays the ads, it's nothing I can control. But as far as selling you stuff or taking ads for this or trying to promote that, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I want to make sure it's for the people, by the people. That is really what I'm here to do. I want to make sure that I'm supported by you guys, and I have no outside influence as to what I say or my opinions, and they will be mine and mine alone. So thank you, JD. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you at Real Bill P for becoming a YouTube member. Virginia Tech fan. Let's fucking go. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Rocks. Oh, I always love when the mods contribute. Oh, 11 months. Holy shit. Let's go, Rocks. Let's fucking go. You all rock. Love you lots. Fucking 11 months. Let's go. That's almost the whole entire time. I appreciate you. I think that officially makes you an OG. Danny, how are you? I knew I'd see you. Thank you, Brian, for being our peace of mind. No, thank you guys. Thank you and Jess very much for being the kind and generous people that you are. Thank you for supporting our democratic ways and our values and our principles and our beliefs and spending the time to, engage in the content of people that are also like-minded. So thank you, Danny. Appreciate you, Benny Loco. Thank you so much. Let's go, suffragettes and suffragents. Let's fucking go. 6 months. Let's fucking, I love you. I love when I see people that have, like I said, been here continuously. That's what I love. Brian is my fifth son. I'll take it. I'm here for it, Bill. I'm fucking here for it. But I promise I won't ask you for any money. Is this $2 to go get a Coke at the store? I love it. All right, and finally to round it out, Benny Loco with the $2 says, "Be loud, America, be loud as fuck." And I couldn't agree more. This needs to be the time of disruption, of resistance, of refusal to comply, for non-capitulation, to cause scenes, to stand in front of microphones any chance you get, to again, like I said, cause a scene. Let's go take to the streets. We need more of these protests, obviously peaceful. We need to start a social media storm where these protests pop up everywhere every single day, to where it becomes an issue, right? Where things are getting shut down and businesses are losing money because of it. And if they start losing money, then that's when they start to notice, maybe we should do something, right? But again, that's in a perfect world. Let me see. I got text messages here. See if anybody sent some anybody Venmo that I need to thank. I don't want to forget you guys. If Venmo's, oh no, it's not. That would be pretty hard for you to Venmo. And again, I'm going to put this up when I'm literally leaving, so I'm not going to do anything. But just to be professional. Up in that region, up there is a Venmo. If you'd like to take a picture with your phone, send me a buck or two. I like, I don't know, Powerade. I'm not a coffee guy. Everybody says, buy me a coffee. But not a coffee guy. So whatever you want to do, 50 cents, $1, I'll get a candy bar, whatever you want. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys Wednesday night at 8:30, again, after Hal's show. Come check it out. I do appreciate it. Make sure, see if we can get more sparklers. Let's see if we can get more of the Midas Mighty. I know you guys are hanging out in different chats. Make sure you're sharing the word around. Say, hey, if you guys like what you're watching here, you'll definitely like what you're watching on this guy, right? That's how we start building the community. Make sure that, the Fuck'em fam and the Midas Mighty and, all the great communities that are being built, the sparklers, and make sure we're all coming together. I really do appreciate it. I'm not a big coffee guy. Never have been. Know your enemy, says Jesse Camaro. Jesse Camaro, sorry. Know your enemy. You're right. No, it is. Let's go. Appreciate it. Almost to 4 million over there. That's a huge accomplishment. That's a huge accomplishment. I got to say, there you are, Jin. What's up? I knew I'd see you. I knew it. No, you said it. I do appreciate you coming over and checking it out. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope again, you don't have to agree with everything I say. Don't agree with everything I say. Actually, it's ridiculous if you do. But just know that my heart is in the right place. Just know that I'm here to support and defend and uphold the values and the rights that you are deserved and should be had, no matter what race, creed, color, who you are, what your pronouns are. It doesn't matter to me. And I will continue to fight that way. And again, sports teams are made up of all different shapes and sizes and speeds and beliefs and religions. Not everybody is the same height. Not everybody is the same weight. Not everybody runs the same speed. But you need all those different types of people in order to build that team into something successful, right? So we could have somebody that's quiet and very fact-based, like the Luke Beasleys, like the Pondering Politics, right? You can have the more aggressive people like myself, who are a little more combative, again, a little more aggressive, a little more I don't give a fuck type. You got the very intelligent people that kind of mix both of those things, like Hal, right? Who can pretty much talk on any subject and have an intelligent conversation on the topic, right? You got people like Philip Bittner, who is focused on what's happening in Ukraine. So again, the diversity of people that you can find on here is necessary. And again, just because one channel isn't like the other doesn't mean one is right, one is wrong. We can have our disagreements, and as long as we're fighting towards the same goal, then we're fighting to the same goal. I never liked everybody on any of my sports teams. You don't have to like the people, but you can realize that they have value on their spot, right? Say, just for example, there was a left tackle on the football team who's fucking 6'7", 372 pounds, right? The best in the country, but he's an asshole, or he's a, you know what I mean? He's a prick. You don't have to like him, but you can still say, hey, I'd rather have that guy on my team than play against him, right? That type of thing. So I'll see you Wednesday night. I went way over. I do apologize. I always do. Until next time, just make sure you're standing up for what you believe. Just make sure you're staying loud. Get aggressive. Do not cower. Do not be the turtle that hides in your shell. If you hear somebody say something ridiculous, call it out, no matter where you are. Don't be afraid. I guarantee it feels good. It will feel good. If you hear some two idiots talking at the bar or two idiots talking at the line at the grocery store, talking some bullshit of something you know is false, call that shit out, because I do, right? Might be awkward at the time, but when you walk out, you're like, oh, I nailed it. I nailed it. Nailed it, right? That's what I want to see. Get these people thinking. Like, oh, maybe everybody doesn't think like me. Maybe I am a fucking asshole. But anyways, I'm out. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for the fight that you continue to, wage on Republicans, on Donald Trump, on their, on Elon Musk, on all of these fucking assholes, and their attempt to demolish literally the inside, the guts of the federal government that we know. And again, upend democracy, like we have been telling people they would do if they got their hands on power again. But unfortunately, they did. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to combat it. And I hope you'll join me in the fight. So thank you. Until next time, I really do appreciate you. I'm Boston Brian. You have a wonderful rest of your weekend. To those not watching, to those who are going to watch the Super Bowl, have a great night. Hope you enjoy it with some friends and family, or whatever you may be doing. I hope you have it with some loved ones. Take care of yourself. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Thank you, guys. I'm Boston Brian. Make sure you like it on the way out. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook people. Thank you, YouTubies. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining me and making this a possibility in my life. So thank you. I'll see you Wednesday. Appreciate it. Same song? Come on. That's illegal. I own it. I don't know that actually. Thank you to all the mods. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for making the chat a safe space. You guys are the best. I really do.
Ooh.
Yes, just to let everybody know, it wouldn't pop up unless I turn the music off. Sorry, but yes, the monthly Zoom is the 13th. No, wait a minute. We're in February. That's the wrong one. What a dumbass. Sorry, it's this one, dummy. The 10th. So yes, you're absolutely right. Sorry, you're absolutely right, Jess. So I'll see you cats tomorrow night. For everybody, you can sign up at patreon.com/BostonBrian for as little as $5. Join us in the monthly Zoom. We get to chat face to face. It's a lot less people than are in the chat. Obviously, face to face is a lot different too. And we get to just chat about whatever the hell you want. Doesn't necessarily have to be politics. And really, I hope it's not. I'd rather be talking about you guys and finding out more about you. So again, thank you, Jess, for reminding me. Everybody who has signed up for the $5 levels can join us tomorrow night, February 10th, for a monthly Zoom. And then the VIP level is going to be February 24th. So thank you to everybody who signed up on all the levels. You guys are fantastic. And Jess, thank you so much for the reminder. And again, I just cannot end the show one time. Not going to happen. So it had to happen again.
I'm standing up here bashing the living shit out of Nazis.
Like we always do about this time.
Fucking Nazis.
He says, wrecked him, damn near killed him.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely, everyone's so lovely.
They're just getting acclimated. You know what that means, acclimated?
Where the elite said they were going to enslave us and destroy America, and I'm not going to be like yuppie scum and deny the threat to my country. I'm going to fight back.
Is there anything worse than white people? Is there anything worse than white people? White people are a mortal danger to you and your loved ones.
Thailand is 63 million people. It is twice the size of Wyoming. Its chief exports are textiles, footwear, and
2,000 people are killed in car accidents in Thailand.
Never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. They were fighting uphill. He said, wow, that was a big mistake. He lost his great general. And they were fighting. Never fight uphill, me boys. But it was too late.
Call them dumps, big massive dumps. Oh, that's bullshit.
Yesterday's a hard word for me. The big, fat, sloppy United States. Our army manned the air. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do. Eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there.
I'm just candy. I got a bowl of chocolate pudding in my underpants. In the hell was that all about?
Hey, you got a little chubby going there.
Swami Vive, Kamundan, Suchin, Tendolkar, Tuvirat Kohli. Vagina. Vagina. I am the chosen one.
Wrong. Get off my plane.
Taking him back to Nevada where he's wanted for banging horses.
I am the chosen one.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I am the chosen one.
Tell the director to call the White House. Do your fucking job!
Fuck, Brian.